All right, Hardianas. Delby's back.
Ciao, sono ritornato.
I don't know what
Sono
that is.
arrivato dall'Italia.
I don't know what that is.
Mi chiamo Daniele.
I'm sorry, I don't speak Spanish.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Delby's back.
Hallo, mein deutschen Bruder.
And before we talk about what we talked about, this episode's brought to you by alltradescover.com.au.
Yeah.
Actually, John spoke to us during the episode.
Yeah.
Gave us a phone
He
call.
told me that they cover everything, so just hit him up.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's a joke, people that are regulators. If you want to get anything insured, alltradescover.com.au specialise in tradies. So if you've got your own business or you're a sole trader, they'll get you back.
And they'll be competitive. And just drop our name, Hard Yarns, because basically, John's just said whatever money he makes of us, he's putting back into us. So
Woo!
make us that money. Anyone got like $1 million business, they want to give them
I think All Trades Cover just put their prices up, weirdly enough. So.
And this episode's also brought to you by Kahuna Golf. Kahuna is look good, feel good, play good.
Hell yeah.
Did you play good?
I played good.
Did you?
Yeah, I played.
In Austria?
Yeah, I didn't play great. I teed off. The first I teed off, like everyone's watching at the first hole.
Yep.
There's a construction site.
Yeah.
90 degrees to the right.
Yeah.
I teed off straight into the fence of the construction site. But then from there on, everything was fucking
Sick.
beautiful.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you do like playing golf, I would suggest hit up Kahuna Golf.
Oh, are we doing a Patreon golf day? Have we got it locked in?
Not the date. I'm
Okay, we
sorting
need to
a
get
few
the date.
people.
Also, we're doing the run. I forgot to tell you about it.
I've talked to
All sorted.
Not
Started to
yet.
get sorted. Yeah.
me and Pete. Have
But
opened
the date's locked in. November 11.
11, I think it is.
Oh no, 10.
Or 10.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
November 10 because 11th is a Monday.
Okay. Yeah.
Remembrance Day. I remembered Remembrance Day.
Is it the Sunday or the Saturday?
Sunday the 10th. I think you said.
Sunday the 10th? Or the
Yeah.
yeah.
I've got it in my diary. It's
Yeah.
Sunday the 10th of November.
That's right, yes, because I'm going to be quite hungover.
Yeah.
I'm going to be quite hungover. I don't
good.
know why I'm...
Yeah.
Yeah. I've
You can
got,
run it off.
got a premiership reunion the day before.
Oh, beautiful. Well, that'll give you. I always found the day after a heavy drink, you can run better.
I'll be... Well...
Because there's more sugar in your system. I honestly,
Yeah.
you've got more sugar.
I don't drink. I drink beer.
Oh, well, fuck. You're
Yeah.
fucked then.
But anyway, Kahuna Golf, if you want to hit them up,
Kahuna Golf on Insta, click the link or find it in our bio, and there's a Hard Yarns code, Hard Yarns 15.
for 15% off. And this episode's also brought to you by Raunchy Brewing.
Is it?
Well, sort of. They give us the
Sir
venue.
Henry's now.
Sir Henry's, yeah.
Yeah.
They give us the venue. It's great. Yeah, get down there for Squealing Pig. Delby, what do we chat about?
A little recap of my trip.
Yes.
And then we just caught up, spoke a little bit about some of the new laws coming through, but nothing too heavy today.
Yeah,
just some fun, interesting facts from Reddit, and then general catch up.
That was fun at the end. I liked that.
Yeah, I've got 50 more of those.
That was good.
I've been banking them. That's why I wanted to keep doing Patreon episodes from overseas.
Let's just do them.
So
I like them for a while.
Well, we can do that as Patreon apps, and you can clip it up.
It's a good idea. But aside from that, enjoy this episode. We got 2 or 3. Actually, we're recording in advance 2 episodes tomorrow as well. So keep your eyes posted over the next week or so for some new episodes. But aside from that, let's get hard.
Welcome to Hard Yarns Podcast.
I am fucking fat.
Anything Chris White says, please disregard it.
5D is actually a state of being. It's a unity consciousness.
That was Hard Yarns with me, Frankie Rose. So I'm going to throw it over to your co-host,
Daniel Delby.
And Cameron Branch.
I would do this and then I'd gong.
Free in attendance for the millions listening at home. Let's get hard.
And with the truth. Ladies.
Delby's back. He's already having a go at women. Fuck yeah.
No. You
Very
just
nice.
can't.
But yeah, what a woman.
No, what,
You look
can't.
golden brown.
Yeah, I think it's just the yellow shirt, hey?
Yeah, yellow's, man, there's something about yellow at the moment. Picking up on it. I like it.
Coldplay? I don't know. This is just the newest shirt that I've got, the freshest shirt. Everything's fucked now from traveling.
Oh, yeah.
So, need a new wardrobe.
Yeah.
I actually need to fucking get maybe Cam or a girl to come fucking pick my clothes with me. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep buying Kiss Chasey. Or if you're a clothes sponsor and you want to see us in your fucking drip,
That's a way better.
Hit us
That's a
up.
way better avenue. Let's
Yeah.
go with that one. But
yeah.
the,
if you know anyone with a clothing brand, obviously Dan Bradshaw's out. We've spoke to him.
mate,
Street X is gone.
I'm literally like, this is me.
Yeah.
Plain black tees and
This
plain
is
white
me.
tees.
What
That's
about that for a brand?
Like plain black tea or
Call
plain,
it Plain Black Tees. Because there's already a group called the Plain White Tees, isn't there? They sing Hey There Delilah.
I think it's plain black tees, isn't it?
No, Plain White Tees.
Is it?
Yeah. Plain White Tees. Hey there Delilah.
Oh yeah, potentially. Yeah, but it could be a good brand. But that's all, mate. Anko.
What's Anko? They have everything. Eh?
Everything.
Yeah.
This is an Anko t-shirt.
Is it really?
Yeah, I'm not joking.
They do fucking weights, lifts.
$10 from Kmart.
Jesus.
How good?
Plain White Tees. Yeah. Hey there Delilah.
Plain white tees.
Yeah.
Classic. You're back. How
Yeah.
was your trip?
Yeah.
You have fun?
Good. That's the thing when you don't travel with anyone. You just go, yeah, it's good. Moving on. But going to Milan was fucking awesome. I flew business class for the first time.
Yeah, saying that.
Bro.
Good. Is it?
Definitely.
So how much more? Because you did it through points, did you?
Nope.
You
I
just
sold points to afford it.
so you paid.
I paid for, I found a discount. Well, it's not a discount. I found a website that does like business class on sale, essentially, apparently.
Yeah.
Full anxiety attack pre-trip though, because I've booked it. It was $4,300. Last year I spent $3,000.
As opposed to what?
Last
like
year I spent
2.5.
Yeah, I spent $3,000 one way last year. So I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
That took me 2.5 days. I had the worst migraine of my life because I can't sleep on planes. I was up without drugs for 2 days and I'd missed 2 connecting flights. And I was like, I told myself, I'm never doing this again.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm never doing this again, man.
So
and I had a hotel room and everything in Milan and it was horrific. So I saw online it was there 4,300 from Sydney to Milan and it took like 30 odd hours or whatever. But when you think about it, if you're traveling for a day, anywhere else, you'd buy a hotel room.
Yeah.
So, yes, you can do the Kyle Legacy travel where you pay the bare minimum and travel for 48 hours.
Yeah.
Right? So,
I go in between.
yeah.
I go like, I'll pay a little bit more to get there a little bit quicker.
Yeah. I'm all about time now, like my money versus time. That thing that you see all the old entrepreneurs, they would spend their money to get their time. I weighed it up and essentially like it was going to be about an extra 1,500 to $2,000 for the business class. And I'm at that point in my life where A, I can afford it, but B, I can't bring my money with me when I die.
Yeah.
I might as well, I want to experience it. So
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going to try it.
And was it worth it?
100%.
Really?
Yeah, man. It was so good. It meant
Well,
that
in
I
the
had
long
to,
flight,
I had to work a lot harder at Edinburgh to sort of cover the cost.
Oh, yeah.
Because it really blew my costings out.
Yeah.
But it was definitely worth it because for the first time, I slept properly on a plane. I got like a good 6 or 7 hour sleep. I stayed awake until like I was on Milan time, so I stayed awake until about 2 a.m. Milan time, and I woke up at like 8 a.m. Milan time, so I was fresh. I got off the plane, I was fucking fresh.
Mate, that actually happened to me the same when I don't know, I can't remember how I did it, if I did it intentionally, but when I went to Austria from Sydney last year, I made sure I timed my sleeping, so then I woke up and it was going to be morning, and it worked out well, and I just assimilated no jet lag, no nothing. When I came back, the opposite, because I couldn't get it, I couldn't time it. It was just fucked.
I was the same on the way back.
Yeah.
But the Be Do Have pod fully. I woke up on I think Friday morning after being here at like 8 or 8:30 or something.
Yeah.
And I was coming out of this weird like you know when you're half here, half in a dream.
Yeah.
And there was this weird like premonition that felt so like elite. You know when you have a premonition or not a premonition, what's the word when you
A prediction, like
when
an
epiphany.
epiphany.
Revelation,
Yeah.
epiphany. I was like, I've had this epiphany about Be Do Have, and it was like you just commit to it. And it sounds so dumb. I woke up with a boner and I wanted to have a wank, and I was like, I could have a wank and make this like who I am. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like I was like, I can't wait to tell Branchy about my epiphany But you do have, and it was this weird premise, this weird epiphany about having a bat and just being that person that has a bat and profits from
Yeah.
it. I don't know where it was, but it felt really profound.
Well-
but then as I came out of the dream, it was like I looked at the clock and it was like 8:30 or something, and I knew I was tired, but I was like, would somebody that's going to seize the day sleep in? Am I going to be a person that's productive, or am I going to not be that person? I was like, well, I am going to be the person that's productive. So what would I do if I was that person? I'm just going to get up now. So the beat you have helped me like wake up super fresh and get started with my day.
That's cool.
Yeah. So it was a nice one. Like I said, I am a person that starts early. So this is what I would do.
Yeah.
Rather than like.
Yeah, you become that person.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So that was really cool.
I think I like your analogy.
it was so weird.
But I mean, it's quite serendipitous that you brought that up, because I didn't know we were going to talk about this, and I was going to show it. Stephen Bartlett shared a quote this morning on his Instagram. The grass isn't always greener; it's greener where you water it.
Yeah,
and that's that sort of like, you can wake up and think, oh, I could be this person, that person. Or you can just really water the person you are and make that the best version.
Well, I squeezed the dick and got water out of it. So I watered my bed. But no, the thing about so I thought I'd been fully ripped off because I paid this money to this website, and I know what I'm like. I would have done my research and seen TripAdvisor and that.
Yeah.
And then Taryn goes, oh, is that a legitimate site? And I was like, fuck, I don't know.
Oh,
This was the night before the flight.
Mate, yeah.
And I was like, I think so.
Yeah, you hope, yeah.
And I didn't have a flight number.
Oh.
I didn't have anything. I was like,
oh
shit, I've just got a receipt.
Oh, and then that's a bit of a heart stopper.
Then I Googled, I was like, is this site,
legit,
reliable? The first one said 5 stars, Trustpilot. But then the very next few was like 1 star, 1.5, and then...
Well, you can get that 1.5, like Agoda, for example. Like Agoda, once you book, it's next to impossible to change.
Right.
So I would be like, yeah, Agoda's great because it gives you all these options, these discounts, and you can do whatever. But then if you go to, I booked, for example, a quick little trip, a couple months ago to go to Bali. And we're like, fuck it, we might stay an extra day. So I went to go book, couldn't book couldn't change it.
Wow.
Because it's booked externally. I think you also have to pay to be able to make changes in the future. Whereas if I just booked through Jetstar, I could just go, right, I'll just pay the difference, whatever.
Yeah.
Some of those
it was an
external ones.
Yeah.
I've booked through some dodgy ones before. Like on the way home from Europe last year.
Yeah.
And I was so I'm going to Frankfurt airport. Am I going to be able to get home?
Yeah.
Once you get through, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I fucking hit them up. I'm like, I don't have a flight number. I don't have any of this. I can't even check in. What the fuck? And then they sent me a flight number that I could log into Thai Airways with, and it was all good. But reading those reports where it's like, nah, they cancelled on me last minute. I didn't get my money back, and I'm like, I've just dropped 4.5.
Fuck.
So that was all good. And then shout out to
travel insurance cover that? Do you think?
Nah.
Wouldn't?
Nah.
That would just be scammed.
If you're a dumb cunt,
yeah,
they don't cover dumb cuntness.
Do banks cover dumb cunts?
No.
I think they do.
Nah, if you get hacked by someone else, they will.
Yeah.
Not if you go, here's my money.
Apparently banks are being...
Speaking of that, here's my money. I cannot fucking stand that TikTok trend. Give me my money.
I haven't seen it. No.
Bro,
is it a good thing I haven't seen it?
Just this. I want my money. Give me my money. I want to fucking throw my phone in the fucking toilet.
No.
If you've seen the trend, it's the fucking lamest shit. All they do is they go, give me my money. And then someone else comes in, give me my money. And they set up the third person and then they go, give me my money, but they don't react. Just the words, give me my money.
Yeah.
Fuck me. It's so gay.
Yeah.
In the least PC way possible. Yeah.
Going back on what you were talking before about banks covering stuff, they've been fucked over recently, and Diogo brought it up.
Well, about time. Fuck the banks.
Yeah, they lost a court case, so they have to pay out billions of dollars.
Who to?
Well, they're not going to let you know if you are you can get the money. So you have to seek it out yourself.
Just give me my money.
So basically, it was if you bought insurance for mortgages or credit cards, I think it was
insurance.
Yeah. And if you were cold called to sign up to that specifically, but I think if you just bought it in general, they have to pay you out. So they're not going to seek you out to pay you back, but you have to look into it. So
It's pathetic.
So I don't know, like if you have mortgage insurance, is that part of it?
I think I saw the article you're talking about, but it was about useless insurance that didn't cover anything.
Yeah, okay.
It was literally a valueless product. So
How funny! Like, and this is the thing. Like, I see that with and especially last year, I was struggling with money at points, and you barely got enough money in the bank, and it comes out and it goes into negative. And their idea of making it easier for you is to charge you more money.
yeah,
Like, I think that's pretty cunty.
Yeah.
But also, what I did notice and I got all this money back because I called them back. It was months and months ago now, but I called them back, and I was like, "What are all these little $5 fees?
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand." Because I had a system. I knew sort of generally what was coming out when, and I'd transfer it into a certain,
except for my quiz money.
except for into a specific bank account, and it would come out. And then if I wanted to transfer money, like me, I'd set up a direct debit to go to my own savings account or whatever, and the money wasn't in there. It would charge me a $5 fee. Nothing would happen. Nothing it hadn't gone into negative. It would just charge me $5 for not having the money to try and. It's a setup. It's an automatic thing.
Yeah. Well,
If they don't do anything.
That should be illegal.
That should be.
Yeah.
I know they're a private company. They can do what they want. But that's a bit.
Yeah.
They gave me they were like, yeah, that's really bad. We'll give you the money back.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's always up to the person. It's like the Satanist value.
Yeah.
If they show you they're doing it and you do nothing about it, then that's just as good as getting permission.
I called them up and I was like, can I change my account so it doesn't go into negatives? So then I'll get a notification from whoever's trying to take the money and I'll transfer money over.
Yeah.
They said, oh, no, you can't do that with this bank account. You're going to have to actually change to another bank account.
Yeah, right.
I was like, oh, my God. So the whole process is going to be vigorous. But I'm going to do it. I'm going to change to a different bank account that can't go into negative.
Yeah.
That's only specifically for my bills. Because I just don't want that going on in the forward.
Well, the bank wouldn't let me lend me. They lended me like $40,000 less for my house because I have an Amex card.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But I've paid. I've never been charged interest. I've got a year or 2 years worth of history of paying it back on time.
Yeah.
And also they were like, we need a letter saying it's like got a $20,000 cap on it. And I hit up Amex. I go, can you give me this letter? And they were like, well, there isn't a cap on the thing. We can't give you a letter. So I've sent that to the bank, and they're like, well, you can't. We won't loan you this extra amount of money.
Oh my God.
Fucking nuts, man. So
Fuck, man.
yeah,
They're
dog cunts. I wish
Yeah.
I had a bank, man. They get money for nothing, eh? But anyway,
yeah. That's fucked.
yeah. So I went to Milan, caught up with Francesco Comenli.
Yep, sick.
His wife was heavily pregnant, so they had a baby 2 weeks after I left,
Yeah.
which is good.
Yeah, sick.
Milan, bro, I fucking had like 6 croissants for breakfast every day. Honestly, man, their croissants was like, it was warm, toasty. In the middle, they had like the marmalade shit.
But when you're on holiday, that's what you want to do. You want to be able to go, well, I mean, maybe not that
feel
much.
so
Delby.
guilty.
Maybe not that much.
Man, I ate like
I'm
a
of the-
fucking pig.
I'm
bro.
of the ilk of like, if you're on holiday, you should be able to splurge, eat,
Yeah,
and do whatever you want. I do it within reason anyway. Like, I still like to feel good. So
Yeah.
I know if I just eat like shit the whole time, I'm going to feel like shit. But I'm going to Bali next weekend, and I know for the 10 days, I'm going to be 90% really like just whatever.
Well, I woke up.
And I think that's a good thing. I think you should be able.
You can still go for a jog in Bali.
100%.
Yeah.
I'll go for a jog. I'll eat like some generally healthy things from
Yeah.
time to time because I don't want to feel like shit. But fuck it,
It's so
Lean in.
hard.
Lean in when
it's
you're on holiday.
so hard to not eat in Bali, man. Cause my Italian background, I look at the money and I go, I'm losing money if I don't buy this
Yeah,
steak.
100%.
I woke up for the first time, like I showed you. I was fucking perplexed at how much food was out for breakfast for
The
$12.50.
buffet. See, I'm
First time I've woken up in time.
I'm thrifty. So this weekend when I go, taking Scotty,
Yeah. Just eat
I
in the
realize.
morning.
Well, I realize I can't give her chips and wedges and whatever or fried rice every day for lunch and dinner. She's gonna come back a fucking house.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna
Take the
I'm
fruit.
going to take a Tupperware thing with
Yeah,
some fruit and stuff so she can snack on that during the day, and then I'm still going to give her chips and burgers and whatever. But
for $12.50, man, unlimited omelets, pasta
it's
station,
so good,
bro.
It's actually
teriyaki
fucked,
chicken.
man.
It's insane.
It's fucked because I'm like you, and I see it. I'm like, oh, I don't want to waste this.
Exactly.
Let's eat everything we can. And so but I've been pretty good. You know what I do now? I just go omelette.
Yeah, omelet's so good. I had like 5. Like,
I'd say I'll just go the omelette. It's a good, healthy option. You get a bit of everything, and then you're like, I had 5.
on top of everything else, man.
Oh, fuck.
And then because I got access to the lounges, bro, and non-stop food on business flights. Non-stop.
Well, you look good considering then.
Bro,
you could have come back.
Fucking stuffed my ring, man. Honestly, I was like a chicken cordon bleu. I was just fucking stuffing my face.
Yeah.
But
were you running and training a bit to keep?
I only ran twice in Bali and I ran once here. So, but it beats that we didn't eat much. So, it was just pure liquid diet there.
Fair point.
But before I tell you about that, I guess Edinburgh's nothing really to report. Just
good fun.
Yeah.
Legacy go well?
Yeah, he's fucking awesome.
Standard,
bro.
yeah.
Yeah.
Legacy.
For the first time though, I actually felt like tired.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's big for you.
COVID side effect, mate.
That's big for you.
Yeah.
Feeling like what? As in run down? I need a break.
Like normally I do all the shows, I do all the spots for Legacy. I found myself every few days just asking to be covered for so my schedule was 2 p.m. 1 hour show. So it was teacher comedy night at 2 p.m. for the first 2 weeks. That finished at 3:15 each day. I would have a 40-minute break, go and do a spot for Pick of the Fringe at 4. That's a 15 or 10-minute spot. Have a 40-odd minute break, go do a spot at Alcohol is Good for You.
Yeah.
That was between 5 and 6.
Yeah.
Have a 45-minute break, go and do an hour show, my solo. Have a 15 to 20-minute break, do an hour show, date night comedy.
Yeah.
Have a 15 to 20-minute break, do a spot at Aussie African Englishman. And then I would call it because that would be like 11:30.
It's a lot, man.
And then Legacy has Comedy Striptease, which starts at 12:30. So I only did 2 of those on a weekend.
Yeah.
But by some of the days I was like, fuck. And because I was having to get up, it was really, really hard to wake up. Like Mac Shane normally wakes up early. He was sleeping till 11 o'clock each day.
If you're working that hard,
you're drained.
And you're out late.
But on top of that, I'm planning my East Coast tour.
Well, and that's what I was about to say. Were you so that's when you're waking up, you're not resting,
relaxing.
you're not having a coffee and chilling, you're emailing and fuck.
So I'd wake up, have a coffee downstairs at Hannah's Peace, Love and Cafe. Peace, Love and Coffee.
Maybe that is the sign that potentially either do less. I don't think that's the case.
No.
Maybe get an assistant.
Yeah, well, it's funny you say that. I've got a meeting booked Wednesday for the Filipinos. I've got a virtual thing.
They're quite good apparently.
Bro, I had a look. Yeah, I inquired and it's like, what do you need?
If you can get the right,
I don't know what I need.
Yeah,
$10 an hour. Social media manager. $10 an hour.
Who do we have on that was doing that?
The Success Jess.
Yeah,
yeah.
And didn't Street X do that a bit as well?
Yeah.
They're doing some stuff now?
Yep.
Yeah. So, mate, I think that's a good idea.
But I was surprised at the price, man. $10 an hour for social media manager or marketing. $8 an hour for social media.
Yeah.
$8 an hour, and this is US dollars, for virtual assistant. There's 8 different things there. I've clicked them all. It came up to $58 an hour for all of this shit.
That's a lot for them, though, remember?
Yeah.
So that's why,
That blew my mind. I didn't think it would be that cheap, touch wood, but I have in my head it's going to be more hassle than it's worth. But I'll
potentially to start with. Potentially.
Yeah.
But I think if you get the right people and the right communications going.
Yeah. Because where I fucked up was my marketing while I was away. I thought I had marketing running for Brisbane Sunshine Coast. And I checked on Tuesday last week and I hadn't had my marketing going. Normally it would sell out without me having to do too much. And I was like, what the fuck? I had 26 tickets sold and 32 tickets sold. Like that is
Yeah.
That's not enough for me to fly. Like, I was going to be losing money. So I've spent fucking 10 hours in Bali just smashing ads, targeted ads, doing all the Facebook targeted shit. And it's worked because a week later, I've gone from 26 to 81 and from 26 to 92 tickets and 32 to 81 tickets.
Okay.
So it works.
Yeah.
But that's where I was like, fuck, I need to get somebody that can just keep on top of this.
Yeah.
Because I've got Brisbane.
The value is like just your
Sunshine.
mental health.
Yeah.
Just like, and then,
I quite like doing it. I enjoy
Yeah.
having a purpose, but
but your time could then be better directed. Like if that's
Yeah.
what you like doing, where you can go, right, well, now I can write jokes for an hour a day instead.
well, in Bali, I was like, fuck it, man. I had an idea. I don't know if you watched the clip that I sent you.
Maybe.
Teachers in Bali. 'Cause
Yeah.
I was like, while I was here, I can do a new video.
Oh, no, I didn't watch it. You sent it. I was at Squealing Pig.
I'll send
was
it through to you.
Yeah, I've got it there. I'll go
Yeah.
back and have a look, actually.
Because I was like, how often am I going to be here? So I paid a Balinese dude $50 to come and film,
Yeah.
be my camera guy.
Yeah.
And the last scene, bro, was very difficult. I knew it was going to be awkward. I wanted to be naked, but I knew I couldn't really explain to this Balinese guy, I'm going to get my cock out and cover it in food. So I kept my, I'll just show you the end scene.
Oh, my God.
I kept my, my boxes on for it. But it was like a home ec teacher in Bali.
Yeah.
And like my idea was like they get excited at they can finally.
So this is for your teacher special things.
They don't have to cook.
Yeah.
You know, they can have room service.
Yeah.
So this is just the room service bit. And
So I'll describe. So Delby's on a bed. He's looking at the menu. He's calling room service.
getting excited.
Getting very excited. He's got okay, so Delby's got a pizza on his naked dick, basically, but he's got boxes on and then cheese crust all over him.
Yeah, so like I knew. So just to have that, I needed to.
Just the visual of a poor Balinese bloke just like filming you.
And I knew I had to time it so the room service would get there.
Yeah.
And not awkwardly waiting around. So I was
Yeah.
like, all right, I'm going to order it for 1, so I know we're going to be at the room at 1. But I had to order heaps of food. So I had literally ribs, pizza. That was banana fritter with like ice cream melting off my nipples,
fucking
chicken
hell?
satay sticks.
That's interesting.
So by the end of the day, I had to say, okay, man, so this scene, just like,
Oh, classic.
yeah. So, but yeah, I think the highlight of the trip. So Edinburgh, I've got like a new hour of material, which is sick.
Wow. Interested to hear that.
Yeah, so I found a lot more confidence this time in my crowd work.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, date night comedy, which didn't really sell well here,
Yeah.
was full every day
Yeah, right.
for the whole thing. I called it 69 and under date night comedy, so the number came up.
Yeah.
And it was in the same venue I did last year in the Aeroplane, which is like a 30-odd seater.
Yeah.
I was turning people away. It blew my mind because I
Wow.
didn't really market it, and I kept asking, how come you guys are at this show? I didn't think anyone's going to come.
Oh, it's a date night.
They all read the description.
Oh,
And
which
they
was?
liked the description. It was like interactive show for couples, singles, friends.
Oh, yeah, cool.
So that was really good. But
So it's early up on the, a few
Yeah.
tactics there. They're one of the
Yeah.
first ones they see.
yeah,
It's got a name that quickly
says
stands
what
out.
it is. Yeah.
And then the description
Yeah.
won them over.
But
That's
that was good
idea.
because like the way I structured it is like the first one is like, what's your biggest ick? You know, I do a love song to start with because that's always
hooks them in.
engagement.
Yeah, cool.
Then I do your biggest ick, and that was so fun because every show there's different icks, and whatever they say.
Are you here for the, sorry, while I remember, are you here for the Harry Mack potential episode?
What date is he here?
I'll double check. I screenshotted and sent you. I think we're going to get him on. I think he's going to come on.
Okay, sick.
So you two in a rap battle will be sick.
Sick.
They sent me a thing to.
His flow is so much better than mine, but I reckon I can get some good punchlines on.
They sent me the email to hit them up for
killer
the thing. So yeah.
I really want to get Danny Rants on as well, man. So after this, if we can message him from Hard Yarns.
Yeah.
Katie Banks said that he might not have the time the way that his flights are structured. But
Yeah, okay.
have I sent you any of his
Yeah,
stuff before?
I had a look.
He's really interesting. He's a club promoter from over east.
Yeah.
And he's moved out of the scene, but he does all like tell all, like almost
Yeah.
like a Ask Me Anythings.
Yeah, I had a look.
It's
There
really,
was,
I find it really intriguing and interesting. Like,
Yeah.
hey, why are festivals so expensive? And he'll explain, you know, the acts of this is the thing. People will lose $1 million on a festival hoping that the next year they make the money back. Like,
Yeah.
what happens in a nightclub if you've got celebrities that want to fuck. He's like, whoa, there's rooms without cameras. There's this,
Yeah.
and it's just all this shit that it's kind of like a fly on the wall.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess with the date night comedy thing, it was do that, then I would do Biggest Icks, which meant that I was forced to be doing crowd work. And it's fucking what I'm good at, man. It's the thing.
Yeah. Lean into what you're good at.
It's the thing that I avoid.
Yeah.
When I'm doing a normal set, I hate, what's your name? What's your job? By
What's,
having an ick, it gives me an angle or a direction to talk about.
Yeah, because you're very good at crowd work.
Everyone I ask, they go the wit and the the fast responses.
It doesn't have to, it's the speed of
it,
because and that's what I try and do it with my already written jokes. I try to sometimes present them as crowd work to make a shit joke funny.
Yeah.
And it can, when it's a, like, oh, they've thought of it like that.
Yeah.
There's
a
so much
different
more involved.
appreciation.
Yeah, there's so much more. So
when I think about that is what my strength is.
yeah, so that's, I think you need to.
That's where my freestyle and my actual improv is something that I'm going to be trying to lean into now. And my act outs, my physicality, I think is...
Yeah, getting...
But then I'm like, do I lean into that or do I work on my weaknesses and make my writing better?
Nah,
you know?
I think you've got strengths for a reason. Everyone, and your strengths will make you stand out. Otherwise, aside from otherwise, you will just end up being the same as all of the, you might get to a level in Australia and then it'll just be like that. And then eventually it'll dip down. Maybe the podcast, if that was to explode, that's a unique avenue.
It's becoming too serious now, bro. So,
well,
I don't know. You don't clip my comedy thing, so there's no.
I don't know if you've noticed, but neither has Theo Von's. Theo Von doesn't do funny clips anymore. He does
all of
serious.
his shit's funny, bro.
Yeah, I know, but have you noticed that he had to pivot?
Nah.
He does all serious interviews now. The interviews like Jordan Peterson and
but
Donald
he's
Trump
still funny, you know.
Yeah. But that's in the pod. The clips are never that. Have you noticed
well,
that?
I must be watching different clips because the TikTok clips.
That's what other people though are clipping up for him, but he clips up, and that's the thing. Like so,
what I'm going to do anyway is go back and find the funny shit, and I won't collab with the Insta page.
Yeah,
I'll just tag
no,
it.
I'm going to set you up. I'll talk to you after. I'm going to set you up a whole system.
Yeah, cool.
Like an offshoot.
Yeah, nice.
So it'll be
hard
like
yarns,
ha-has. We have to be careful though.
Hard yarns.
We have to be very careful.
Yeah, because of the strikes.
No. Strikes are fine. I know how to get around them. Just we have to be careful in general. We maybe we'll talk about this in more depth with Who Is Lenny because he's very against a lot of the stuff that's happening at the moment.
Censorship.
Yeah.
It's fucked, man. We are living in a communist society.
With the misinformation bill that's coming in, Australia seems to be like a testing lab for the world. Yeah. All the time.
Yeah.
It's fucked, man.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
But,
the direction of the pod is going to have to be. We're going to have to be quite tactical.
Which is fucking pathetic. That's like World War II Nazi Germany, where you have 100%. To talk in code and fucking it's bullshit.
I like the clips I had to put up the other day. I had to blur out the V word,
virgin.
Yeah.
Wow.
Virgin. But I had the jab. I had to
stabbed.
Beep it out on YouTube, and
that's pathetic.
Yeah.
That's fucking pathetic, man.
Otherwise, they censor it.
Who's in charge of this shit?
We have been getting comments on our YouTubes going, how can such a professional podcast and informative and well presented podcast have so little views? And I know why.
Yeah.
YouTube and Google.
It's so crazy.
They're aligned.
So they're just like, are they just run by left wing fucking woke pieces of shit?
Yeah. Yeah, you nailed it.
Right?
Yeah. But that's,
the fucking virtue signaling left are destroying society, man. And we'll talk about it in more depth when we bring in. I want to get my brother on at some point because he's super clued up
onto it,
especially with the renewable energies and the gas.
Yeah, I'm very interested in that.
The politicians that are fucking lobbying for zero pollution and shit. They have no idea how the fucking system works. They just want to be seen as, we're fixing the environment with no absolute recognition of what consequences is going to happen. We'll talk about it another time. But with what's happening with the gas being disconnected, means we're going to have no fucking power and no gas to houses in 30 years' time.
What's his actual
name? Our economy collapses.
What's his actual name again? I always forget.
My brother?
No. No. Who is Lenny?
I can't remember.
The artist anyway. Yeah, so he's very keen to chat about this tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So I didn't realize. I thought we were going to come on and talk art, and it was like open slather.
Yeah. Right.
He's-
Well, it's how spun out. He done a piece for John.
for John.
Yeah.
So he's on tomorrow. That's
It's a pretty cool piece as well.
yeah. I don't know
does.
when I'm going to stagger the next 2 episodes. We've got
Yeah.
Boris Walter on tomorrow, which
Yeah.
I'm doing a past life regression tonight.
Sick. Cool. So you can talk about with Boris.
Yeah, so doing
Yeah,
it with
wicked.
Boris, and then
Yeah.
we're going to unpack what that, and we can talk more.
All right.
Fuck,
sick.
man. His episode is double our
Really?
closest episode.
Really?
Double.
What about on YouTube?
Double.
Yeah.
Like,
Nice.
it's bigger than Carnival, everything.
So if anyone's listening right now, do us a favor, just jump on YouTube, just share. This is going to help the podcast. I heard from Algorithm Base.
yeah.
Any clip
Mm.
that you have, even if you in your group chats, if you share it
Mm. Yes.
to a group chat, it
Yeah.
helps our algorithm.
Well, we don't really need it on Instagram or TikTok.
But YouTube
they're
even.
going berserk. But the YouTube,
If you share the link, if
Mm.
you've got group chats, even just set up some dummy group chats and
I'm
just
already-
share it into it.
well, I'm already setting up. I've set up Rumble.
Yeah.
Rumble's starting to get a couple of subscribers or whatever, but I'm setting it up, and then I started a Telegram channel this morning
For drugs.
for drugs, for just for so we've got that as
Yeah,
well.
okay.
But we're gonna have to be cautious, especially in Australia,
Yeah, right.
because what they're going to do is they're going to fine the social media companies, not us. So the social media companies,
That's pathetic, but no one should be fined.
what they're doing.
You
is-
should just make sure that society knows that you can do your own research, or
They're taking-
just take everything with a pinch of salt. Like mainstream media is fucked as well.
mate. So it's very obvious that the only thing they didn't have control over was the content creators that are on social medias and the ability to go viral. So they tried their best to censor it through like Meta, for example. Meta was asked by the Biden administration to censor that stuff.
Yeah,
That's
which
exactly,
we said that, not where you said that was happening,
Well, they
and now they've come out and they said, no, that's not real.
Well, they couldn't censor the person saying that because like they don't have control. Like for example, obviously it used to be just mainstream media, didn't it? It just used to be if you needed information, you get it off the news.
Yeah.
They infiltrated that and they had that as their mouthpiece. But because of the rise of social media, they didn't have control over everyone. You see Joe Rogan, one of the biggest influencers on the world, they don't have control over him. And they don't have control over the
Tucker Carlson.
well, yeah, all of those sorts of people. So in COVID, when they were trying to basically, spread their own lies and stop other stuff from coming out, that instead of that, they just censored the people who were on there. They realised that they can't stop it; it's too big. So now they need to have full control over the censorship and what they can and can't. So
Well, what would be an alternative media source if podcasts and Instagram, social media goes down?
So this is
What's the alternative other than Rumble and Telegram? If they shut that down, is there another medium that hasn't been created yet where people can actually share? Do we do pigeon carrier? Do we do like walkie talkies?
I don't know where it is.
Yeah.
I don't know what. I don't
Dark
know.
web?
No, I think it's stop it before it happens.
Yeah.
That's all you can do. You can only stop it before it happens. Because it's what Australia is intending on doing is genuinely getting to a point where they're forcing the social media platforms to censor you. So they're not even having to stop you because they're going to get fined 5% of their annual income. So if you're Meta and you're not censoring the people who are speaking against the government, for example, they'll fine them like $5 billion.
So we need Elon Musk to
He's already So what you
do
should
something.
yes,
Because what he's done with Brazil, and Brazil have just cut Twitter.
that's exactly what they'll eventually do to.
That's quite disgusting, the fact that they've just cut Twitter out of Brazil because it's so corrupt.
Oh, they'll do that in Australia, 100%, because Elon won't bow to what he would call fascists are.
Well,
doing.
it is.
Yeah.
It's pathetic.
But we'll talk more about it.
Yeah.
Because yeah. But it's pretty fucked. But yeah, what were you getting on before we went on that
Just
track?
new show, Edinburgh. Was knackered by that.
Oh, yeah.
But we did Austria, and Austria was fucking fire,
So
man.
beautiful, man.
Bro, that's the one place I could move to
Yeah.
outside of Perth.
I felt like that as well.
Yeah.
The only thing is I love a beach, so that's the only negative. But it's
Well,
so
the lakes are fucking unreal there.
it's so beautiful,
Yeah.
man.
So nice. So Max Shane was full Japanese tourist mode, like fuck filming everything. Legacy, we did the first show in Innsbruck,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Who's native English speaker?" About half the crowd. We only had like 30 in for the first one.
Yeah.
Who's second language is English? It's like half the crowd, and I was like, "Well, this guy's from Liverpool. He speaks English, but we don't understand him, so don't feel bad." And he got up and he fucking ate a bag of dicks for 20 minutes because he was talking quick. He had his accent.
Yeah.
I was struggling because I was like, just slow down, speak more clearly.
Yeah.
And eventually, I think he did like 40 minutes before he got him back.
Yeah.
But then when I went on, my jokes were like, who's in a relationship?
Yeah, like real.
Make some noise. Yeah, like super. But they were laughing heaps. So it was
Or
like.
as Cat McLaren calls it, English.
English. Yeah.
That's
Well, I didn't want to make them feel like they were dumb because they're smarter than me. They speak fucking 3 or 4 languages.
Yeah.
So I wasn't being, I don't know what the word is, like not.
No, you're just catering to the audience.
Yeah.
You got to do that
not
at times.
not petulant, but like
Yeah.
condescending.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
being condescending, but it.
No, you're being
by
smart.
speaking clear,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it made the biggest difference. And even Max Shane, I was like, bro, slow the raps right down.
Yeah.
Do your fast one at the end, so it's kind of impressive.
It's huge
And
difference.
it
Like,
made so much difference, man.
mate, the difference between sound and what you can hear as well. And I noticed that at School and Pig the other night, first 3 acts, all killed, did really well. And then
Except for Mush.
poor Mush. But I knocked the reverb up on the thing, so you couldn't hear like an echo, but it softened the sound. It was less cutty.
Reverb sucks though.
Yeah, 100%. You couldn't hear. It's not like you could hear, but it made it less cutty, so you couldn't hear very well. So
Less cutty.
yeah. So as soon as I fixed that out, then the next 3 acts just
Yeah.
bang.
It's Kid Cudi's little brother.
Yeah, it doesn't cut through. It's not concise. It's not clear, and that's what you would have been doing with your talking.
Yeah.
You would have been like cut,
Yeah.
easy.
But then Friday and Saturday in Kitzbühel, Saturday, Legacy murdered.
How the fuck does he murder when he's fucking talking like this?
Murdered, bro.
How does he do it talking like that?
Because it was expats, but all of the Austrians in Kitzbühel are really well off.
Oh,
It's-
okay.
Kitzbühel's like a very rich, like sort of.
Yeah.
You go there. People have holiday houses there.
Yeah,
And if
okay.
you live there, like you're fairly well off.
Yeah.
But a lot of expats and the Austrians there spoke perfect English, but everyone knows each other. So as soon as he would roast someone,
Yeah.
it would pop even more because at Legacy, he's so social. He met a fuckload of people before the gig because he's looking for weed, so he's just making friends with everyone. Right? So he's already got this thing, and like there was a kid called Diedrich, and he's like from a very rich family, but he was such a legend, a young kid,
Yeah.
and he's just started shredding him, going, "Oh, Diedrich, what are you doing out here with the villagers?" He goes home, he's like, "Daddy, how do they even know the time? Nobody has a Rolex." Like just murdering, bro. Like he destroyed so bad. He should have just been the headline because whose rhyme was fine, but it was like
Yeah.
probably not. It didn't go as well as we would have hoped.
Yeah.
And then the next night, I was going to go second and Legacy go first again. And again, he murdered, man. I should have flipped around the other way. Just because all of his riffs and his improv and like just toasting everybody, it just went so good.
Yeah.
But yeah, we went fucking climb that mountain. It was sick.
Yeah, that looked really nice.
Yeah, we went to that golf course was unbelievable, man. The Austrian
did
golf
look
course
nice.
was so good, bro.
I don't know if it's a European thing or whatever, but I've only played one golf course over there, and it was in Italy, and it was just
Beautiful, eh?
next level, like unbelievable.
Yeah. So, and then obviously I did Ibiza. So last year I met a girl, Katie, at one of the shows, and then she came back to a show this year, and I was just chatting to her about, to her and her whole group actually, like what I was doing after Austria, and I was like, I want to go to Ibiza before I'm too old. But I just know, I was like, if I go there, I literally said to her, I was like, if I go there, I know I'm going to have a wank, and as soon as I come, I'll be like, this is a waste of money. Like, I'm not here for the right reason, That post-nut clarity, I've been working, it's like a whole new bit that I got, so I was referring to one of my bits.
Yeah.
Because when you come, you're at your most honest, you think clearly.
Yeah.
And I was like, I know if I do that in Ibiza, I'm going to be like, fuck, what a waste of money, because I'm at that point in my life, man, like no matter where you are, and anyone listening, save yourself a fuckload of money. If you go to Ibiza, go for one night, bro. Like it's the exact same in Ibiza as it is being in a nightclub in Bali, as it is being a nightclub in
Were you
Las
gonna-
Vegas.
Were you going to go by yourself, or
Yeah.
did you have?
Yeah, I was going to go on my own.
Oh,
I go everywhere on my own, bro.
yeah, I know.
All my mates are too fucking
But why?
married with kids to travel.
Yeah, why? Why Ibiza though?
Because it's Ibiza. I've never done it.
Oh, you've never been?
No, I've never
Oh,
been.
okay. Well,
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So,
See,
and then
I
Katie
think
was
I
like,
could go. I'd probably go 1 or 2 days. That'd be it, and I have to go with someone.
yeah,
I'd
well,
have to go
she
with a
knew
crew.
I was going by my own, and she was like, well, there was this thing called, there was a glass room where you can stay in it, and it's for free,
Yeah.
but it's glass 360, and everyone can see you. So it's like this weird, like,
Yeah.
like what's the word, like
Yeah.
an attraction or whatever.
Yeah.
So we just applied for that as a laugh. Like
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I'll go. Like we were just mates as a laugh, and but we didn't get it. But then she was like, look, I've got some holidays. I was thinking of going anyway.
Cool.
So I was like, well, sick. I'll have someone to go with. So
Perfect.
I went over. We partied. Met some people from Perth, but very expensive way to learn that I hate house music. House music fucking sucks, bro. I don't care. I don't
agree.
understand how it's so big.
Yeah.
It's so boring.
Yeah.
So repetitive.
Yeah.
You're watching a guy on the decks doing, everyone's just standing around, shoulder to shoulder, sweating on each other. It's fucking gross, man. It's fucking gross. There's no drop. There's no singing. There's
Yeah.
like nothing, man. There's no instruments. Like
Yeah.
it's fucking boring, bro.
I agree.
And the drugs are shit in Ibiza. The drinks are drinks, allegedly. The drinks are €25 each for
Oh
a
my
shot of
God.
vodka with Coke. So that's $32, $33
Fucking hell.
per drink.
Oh my God.
Fucking dog shit. Entry is €150. Like, it sucks, but it was cool because, like, we met cool people.
Yeah.
But the
It's
actual
a life experience. I
house
guess.
music is, I don't understand how people enjoy that. It's the same song for 4 hours.
Yeah.
There's no drop. There's no sing along. Like, visually, it's fucking boring to watch someone. You know, like,
What's
that's why Fred again's killing it, bro. 'Cause he's playing music that's catchy. It's got sing-alongs. There's singers.
So he's-
there's live musicians.
because he's house, but he like a bit of a better level.
Yeah, and he's got something visually and audibly different.
Would you say Rufus is house?
Nah. Rufus, I feel like Rufus is more like electro EDM.
Whatever
well,
it
not
is.
EDM, but like
Whatever he is, it's
Rufus is sick.
so good.
They're
Man.
kind of on the same sort of lines as Temper Trap, like that sort of vibe,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Temper Trap's probably a bit more bandy, but yeah.
Yeah, they're like a electro band almost.
Yeah. I love it.
But they've got a build up. Yeah. It's like 80s Stranger Things sort of vibes, yeah. Anyway, so that was it. And then after that, I was fucking pretty crook for a few days.
Yeah.
I lost my 1 terabyte memory card, so 2 years worth of weddings and comedy's gone.
Wow. Like how? Is that what? Did you open it up to see if it had
No,
fallen
I
in?
didn't open it up.
Oh, so it just broke.
It split open. So it was in my laptop,
Yeah.
and my laptop was in my bag.
Yeah.
And at some point between taking it out of the bag, it's opened up the casing.
Yep.
And the little things fallen out. So it could have been in Spain, it could have been in Amsterdam, it could have been on the plane, it could have been in the security.
Is it in the computer?
No.
It's
The
not.
files are
Like
in the computer?
But is it in the
No.
SD thing?
Nah, I looked, yeah. So,
Fuck. Oh no.
but look, that's my own fault because I was like, I should take it out of the computer. I should put it somewhere else. I had that thought and then split open and it was gone. But it's been a positive because on the way back, I pulled out my hard drive because I did move a lot of it to my hard drive during Fringe to clear space up.
Yeah.
So I've lost a few weddings and a few like teacher comedy nights, which is frustrating. But now it's given me best practice, like yesterday's or Saturday's wedding. As soon as I finished the wedding, while I was waiting at the reception, because normally I leave my anxiety, I'd fucking just leave and come back.
Also, you've got another how many weddings coming up in the next how many months?
Yeah, but some of them like had wicked jokes. But it's
Yeah.
more the teacher comedy night, all the riffs from the stories that I can use as material.
Oh,
But I wasn't doing it anyway, so whatever. Like it serves me
Yeah.
right. But
Yeah.
I've moved it from my camera to my laptop, so now it's there, and I'm never gonna lose anything again. So win-win. But yeah, I guess that was pretty much the trip. It was just new material. Edinburgh's a bit of a slog, bit of a grind. I still made decent. Well, not decent. I would have made more money in Australia, but at the same time, like my teacher comedy night really kept everything afloat. Hose Rhyme destroyed, bro.
Really?
Yeah,
Love
like
it.
we only had I think 10 days of it. It was frustrating because the last day we had a full house, but we'd had a big night Saturday. We didn't think anyone was going to come on the Sunday.
Yeah.
We had the biggest crowd you could possibly have.
Yeah.
Had like 100 people in a 90-seater. Destroyed the show. We made like £720 in donations, which is unheard of.
Yeah.
Normally it's like between £200 and £400 for a 90-seat venue.
Yeah.
Absolutely destroyed. And it was every single show we did just blew people, like people's minds were fucking blown, bro. They couldn't.
It's good, man. That's good. I'm interested actually with Harry Mack coming to town. What show he does? Puts on a show.
Yeah, right. I think it'll be something similar to what McShane does.
That's interesting.
I'm sick of people sending me Harry Mack clips, by the way.
Oh, really?
Everyone's just sick because they know a freestyle.
Yeah.
They send it to me, but that's like, it's when if you're a plumber, you don't want people sending you plumber jobs.
What does Yeah, that's true. But what do you reckon that looks like for you going forward with Fringe and a few things you learnt?
As in,
like, where are you going to direct your energy? Because you found yourself quite drained. Now, I know getting a
as in like because of how I felt at Edinburgh Fringe compared to here.
No, like the time, like the drained stuff.
Yeah.
Obviously getting the
because it was 12-hour days with this Fringe, and I remember from last year, I'm just going to do Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and the odd Sunday shows.
Do you think you double down on anything and like say, right, that's not my feature anyway. I'm going to stop doing it. Like, I don't know what that would be, but like, is there just like, fuck it, I need to work more on writing jokes, or I need to whatever. Is there something that you think you work on?
Nah, not yet.
Haven't figured it in. That's your thing. That's the end goal. Is that the biggest end goal for you? Do you reckon? Like comedy itself.
Yeah, live shows.
So where does that leave? Like, like wedding celebrants stuff. Obviously it's good. Like you enjoy it.
Yeah,
but it's not the end goal, is it? So at what point do you go, I'm dropping that? Because it has to get to a point.
Yeah, I don't want to though at the moment.
But I know you don't want to.
I will drop it when.
Is it holding you back though by having it?
No,
you don't reckon?
Not yet, because I've structured it at the moment. I've freed my calendar up for next year.
Yeah, but it's always like it always ends up being an anchor in the end.
Yeah,
it does.
Because I know. Well, if I do one wedding, it's the same as or if not equal to like 2 different normal comedy nights.
Yeah,
like 4.5.
And I don't mean financially. I mean more like, is it holding back your comedy? To a point, like, and I'm not saying do it yet, but like, at what point, where do you go? Right, I'm ready to get rid of it.
I think the point would be if I've got an America tour planned and a wedding stopping it, I will have to go. I will have to tell that wedding, oh, I'm sorry, like comedy's taken over.
Yeah.
I'll help you find another celebrant.
So, like, if it's American stuff, that's when you go.
No, that's just an example. Mine would be really the end goal. I would love for Who's Rhyme to get a TV show, man.
Okay.
Like Wild and Out, but an Australian one where we get an Australian band to be the guest band. We have 2 or 3 A or B grade. Well, sorry, I should say D grade celebrities on each team.
Now, if you're doing it, and that's I'm sort of getting at.
The pilot.
That's a cool goal. I love that. That's sick. Do you think there's a point then where you go, right, I can't be doing weddings anymore because I need to focus on this because this has got to be everything.
Potentially, yeah.
But that doesn't necessarily mean
we need to shoot a pilot first.
Yeah. So do you have plans? Is that because
ISIS already shot all this?
Yeah, because we were looking at your goals and stuff. You sent them to me, and you've sort of achieved them all. So it's sort of
everything except for the TV appearance. Like that $200,000 a year thing, that felt so unrealistic when I wrote that.
Yeah,
and it's happened.
But it's also like, all right, so what? Okay, now you've got to set new goals.
Well, Max, after doing Who's Rhyme in Edinburgh Fringe,
because you do the what is it? Not be do have. You do the
yeah, I heard you talking about that on the pod.
Yeah, and they both work.
Yeah,
but now you've got to go right. Okay, I've achieved that. Now what's next?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm going to have to sit down again and figure it out, but
and then you have to and that's when I think you'll go right. Okay, well, in 2 years' time, I'm going to be there. Yeah. That's when I can. All right. Well, no more weddings or whatever.
Yeah.
I know you like them, and that's the thing. So like like for me, like looking at your like quizzes, weddings, MC work.
Yeah.
It's like that's a good way to earn money on the side while you're still working towards that goal.
Yeah.
like that. If that's your worst work, which is not, you enjoy it, you love it.
I love all.
That's fucking incredible.
Yeah, I love all.
So
of
you're
my work.
you've actually quite blessed because your first stepping stone was teaching.
Yeah.
And that had a little bit of flexibility. It was good with time, I guess. School holidays. You got rid of that one and you stepped into the next one. So what's the next step? And that's probably it.
I'm
at a
stepping
point.
into it from what we spoke about earlier, where I was worried about doing comedy or teach comedy full time.
Yeah.
I'm now on my second tour of. I thought the last tour, like financially, it was great, and I saw one of the clips I posted was like, "Oh, I've just finished a 10-show tour," and that felt like a lot of shows. I think because maybe it was back to back. But then this next tour for term 3 that I've got is more than 10 shows.
Yeah.
So like,
And so that's why I was like, and what I'm more alluding to is like how can you move? And you're doing it. You're moving into that next level. Like that's a sick goal. I'm glad you said that one. That's awesome because if it was to like, be the best wedding celebrant in Perth, I would have been like, Delby, man, fucking, you can go way higher than that.
Yeah.
Like, so that's sick. And then how do you like get there? Like this podcast is obviously a good platform to launch you.
well, no, because none of my comedy clips have been
Well,
shown.
and this is the thing. No, since
if people want to book a anti-vaxxer or an anti-establishment, that's you.
And this is what I was going to get at because to a point, so the podcast has tripled since we've stopped doing as much funny. In listeners and downloads and following, which is incredible. So not
Do you mean as much funny guests?
Just more of the tone of it, like the direction of it. So as a business structure,
are you cutting me?
No,
Am I out?
no.
And for that reason, you're fired.
I'm going to head you. You've noticed. No. More of a like so as a business structure, especially like what I'm looking at it. I can't go away from what's working and what I enjoy, obviously. But I think we set up you to an extra pod as well, like that side. So to have the side clips, but then like I actually thought about this as a sick sort of like, then you're building almost like this franchise, this Hard Yarns sort of where we have like you could do potentially 2 or 3 other pods on the side that are actually Hard Yarns themed, like a sports one.
I would love
like,
that.
I'd have to show you
there's
how
extra work, but I would love like Hard Yarns betting pod or Hard Yarns footy pod.
It's like little side ones. Yeah. I think it's a good
Or
idea.
Hard Yarns sport pod.
And they're probably less potential to get censored as well. So we got little backup little areas.
Yeah.
But I like this whole like, how we talked about, and we've spoken about it a lot, building like this community. And I feel like that's what
I would love to do the Twitch stream where we're watching, because when I've got a bet on the game, when you're like watching Sicily on fucking Friday night, Reese was at
would
the
have
game.
been quite hilarious watching it.
But the thing was, I wasn't actually mad. I wasn't angry or mad about that one. Reese said he was at the game. He goes, Sicily's moving forward, because I go, can you let me know? Pre-game, I thought they were going to move him forward.
Yeah.
And he was like $71 for 3 goals. So I chucked $50 on him. And I just said to Reese, can you message me if he moves forward?
Yeah.
3/4 time, he goes, he's moved forward. I looked at the live odds. $5.50 to kick a goal, playing full forward. And 101 to 1 for 2 goals.
Yeah.
Right? So I rang up, I put $200 on him for a goal, and I put max bet that I could, which was 80 for 2 goals. So he kicked that goal. Luckily, I thought it was touched, but they paid it. So that was a grand straight away. And then he had his second shot where he dribbled it, open goal, dribbled instead of running in and missed, which would have been $8,000. And then to win the game, he's had that shot and hit the post, which was $8,000. But just to watch that as a live stream, like that would be...
Now, that would be hilarious watching.
Yeah, but people do that for Barstool,
So what I was like, because I was watching that game. I was MC for Breckler Metal, which was, side note, a fucking honour to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I was a last minute call up. I replaced Carl Langdon. Bloody Carl.
Like for like.
And
skin damage for skin damage.
And so, there was a little break. And we all sat down and watched it. And there's a lot of us. So Max Bailey, their footy manager, is their footy. Well, he runs the football club. Yeah. He's a former player, teammate, and we're all heavily invested in. And then, as is the rest of Australia, watching the underdog come from nothing last year, which you called.
Yes.
But watching that, I think Australia wanted them to win.
Yeah.
They're fun to watch,
Even though
man.
you hated the Hawks when they were the dynasty,
Yeah.
now you like them because of their style.
And they're just
But
young and
I know
underdogs.
you hate Port, but like,
Oh,
I just
we
feel
are faced with... Oh, go.
I just feel with Port, with that much sustained I don't rate them, but I just feel for their like Trav Boak,
Yeah.
like their players that have been there for forever.
If it is Port versus Geelong, I have to support Port. We are faced with my potential worst
yeah,
nightmare.
I heard you saying to Cam McLaren.
Port Adelaide versus Geelong is my nightmare grand final.
I hope Geelong lose.
And in which case, I'd be supporting Port Adelaide.
I hope Geelong lose.
I need Sydney.
Yeah.
Because I've bought into Sydney because one of my best mates supports Sydney. I got on the Bloods. I'm
Well,
like, yeah,
I want Brisbane and Sydney because they will both get redemption for the last 2 years.
that's a good.
Sydney for getting blown out and Brisbane for losing last year.
Now, yes, but I'll be in Bali with a big family holiday, and one of the kids, Jimmy Burns, is a Brisbane supporter, and it'll be almost too much if he's there, and I don't know, I'm not sure I can handle it.
Yeah.
So, but
Well, you can rile him up, teach him some resilience. You go hard for Sydney and everything that happens. Because if he wins,
I did
great.
that last year. I went for Collingwood and his backyard. He's not happy.
All right. Well, maybe reverse it and just be a mad Brisbane supporter for him.
Yeah, well, that would be
Because that'd be a good bonding experience.
It would be.
I like the
But
idea.
yeah, we're faced with a potential mud too.
Anyone but Geelong.
If it's Brisbane Port, I'm feeling the same. I'm like, ugh,
Yeah.
yuck.
But anyone but Geelong.
Yeah.
Because
Well, no, if Geelong...
the storyline, the arc is better because Geelong win a flag, then they get pick 7, Jack Bowes, fucking Henry goes there, and Jai Clark, and he was pick 7, and someone else, I can't remember who, Tanner Brunn. They get all these fucking guns, and
Yeah.
I'm sick of them. They're boring. They
me-
rely on Jezza Cameron and Dangerfield still. Before it was Selwood.
Part of me wants to
Are you
see
boring?
Sydney redemption over Geelong from last 2 years ago when they fucking destroyed them.
I would rather see Sydney and Brisbane both get a chance at redemption
I wouldn't mind that.
because that storyline arc reads well.
I wouldn't mind that.
So
Yeah.
'Cause at
I really
least-
wanted GWS. I'm devastated they fucking dropped the ball.
yeah, that was insane. But you know what pisses me off, bro? I could see the comeback going to happen. When they're down by 44, I looked at the live odds. They were only paying $12 to win. To have the greatest comeback in the history of finals, except for the last one from Geelong in the 40s or whatever it was. $12 live, man.
That's the miracle on grass is the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Geelong, Brisbane. Yeah. Toby McGrath kicking it afterwards.
In his 300th
Yeah,
game.
perfect.
That's scripted.
Yeah. I emceed a wedding before I left, and his I think his brother was was best man.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck, he had some.
He's a
funny
gun
shit.
man.
Yeah,
He's a gun for South Freo.
yeah.
Like an absolute jet. I think he's 2 or 3 time premiership player as well.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Was it Toby? No. So it was Toby McGrath for South Freo,
Yeah.
and
Ash
McGrath that kicked it from outside 50.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, well, the side pods, I'm keen, and I'd love to do a footy one with Squirrely and think even if you're,
I think it's
if
a
you're
way
producing,
Yeah, and I think it's actually a kind
and then
of
we
a
get
way
the laugh
to get
off camera as well.
Well, I also think it's a way to kind of get more sponsors
Yeah,
because
that's a good thought.
you know, like for different, specifically for that sort of.
That's
but anyway,
that's real clever.
That's some ideas I've just been thinking about, and then like keeping things within themes because the algorithm.
Niche.
Yeah, the algorithm is the algorithm for a reason.
I don't like doing things because it works, man. I want to do things I enjoy.
100%. So, and that's what, I think we've got the good thing going with this. Like, this is good chat.
Yeah,
this is fine. But the themes and stuff of late have been fucking so good.
Yeah, well, themes are good because even as a comedian, if you've got a topic, you talk on that theme, and you can still find funny parts of a serious theme.
100%.
Like when I
that's
do
what
my
makes
weddings.
it. That's what makes it palatable.
Yeah.
If you're too serious,
Yeah,
like if it's
boring.
too, you need a couple of jovial little bits.
Yeah.
So you make it palatable like that.
Yeah.
That's and then there's so many ways. Yeah.
I'm keen, but it just comes down to how much you want to edit, bro. Otherwise, we get the if we're going to go into the.
Nah, I'm easy.
Are we going to get the workers' kids?
Yes. So that's what I've got this whole.
Yeah, sick.
I've been writing it down. I've been
sick.
Hey, John Elliott's calling. Should we answer?
Yeah, go live on the pod.
Okay, that's actually a good idea. Where is he? Let's see. John Elliott.
This is our major sponsor, alltradescover.com.au.
G'day, mate. You're on the Hard Yarns podcast. What's going on?
What's going on, geezer? All right, mate. Where are you? Are you on your property? Because it sounds like you're in fucking the 1990s with that reception there.
Oh, no, I'm in the old man's car, so even the car kit is like it's AM radio. Is that all?
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. It sounds like we're on AM radio right now.
Yeah. What's going on? Do you need to have a chat, or do you want to have a quick yarn on the pod?
Oh, no, I think I'll leave it to I was just double checking that Dan Delby wasn't saying that we cover shit that we don't cover. It's a legal check-in, really.
Yeah. Perfect. Well, I'll give you a buzz after the pod, and we'll have a yarn.
Sounds good. Have fun, gentlemen.
See you, mate.
Hey, Rick. I love that, man.
That's gold.
Quite serendipitous. What were we talking before he?
Splintering off and sponsors, and then our sponsor call.
Oh yeah, that
Organising.
If that isn't a fucking
a sign from God.
if that isn't a sign, but yeah, just and like the avenues, and then so like I was like, well, Delby's best asset is running shows.
Yeah.
Like, why don't I charge Delby to go organise 4 shows for the year and make them hard yarns themed, however you want.
Yeah.
And then obviously you're doing more with that, so you get more money from the tickets and stuff like that. So I think like there's ways that I'm starting to look at the pod as a business as well.
Yeah.
Like I've lent in as a business.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't I fucking structure it up the smartest way possible?
Makes sense.
So
it's funny because I told you that last year, but you can listen, but you don't hear it.
Yeah, you definitely can. And also because
Is that a saying? You can listen, but you don't hear, or you hear, but you don't listen?
Yeah, the
You hear,
different
but don't
stories, you can talk the same, you can tell a story, but if you're not speaking the same language, you're not going to hear it. Yeah. It's that sort of, it is that idea, but also at that time, I didn't want to hear anything. Yeah. I had so many fucking things going on in my head. I was like, it's just one less thing. Let me get these ducks in a row. Yeah. And I've got my ducks fucking in a row. Like,
hell yeah.
you messaged the other day, I need to do this. I can't remember what it was, and I was like, no, I've got my next 2 months.
I said Patreon app.
Yeah. So I've got like my next 2 months scheduled out. There's flexibility.
Speaking of which, shout out to a new Patreon I saw came on board.
Yes, American.
American, because I saw it was $7.50. So like, has to be
must be US dollars or something like that.
It must be a $5 one.
Yeah, I think people are just I'm keen to grow that actually. So we'll put stuff. We keep saying it. We'll put more effort into it. But now I've got that time. I do actually have time to do that. But yeah, I've been putting in like 4 set days, and I've got a wiggle room day, 2 wiggle room days to like jiggle a few things around. But I've actually this week is like to the hour. Yeah. Because I'm going away for those 10 days. Yeah. But for the last 3 weeks, mate, I missed actually having a structure. Yeah. Because it's so easy, especially now coming into summer. Look at the weather. If I didn't structure in that tomorrow, tomorrow's different. We've got 2 pods, but Wednesday, I've got structured in. I've got to be here from 10 till 2:30 to do this, blah, 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 bang, bang, bang. If I didn't do that, I'd probably, I'll just work from home today. Yeah. And then I might head to the beach for half an hour, and then that blows out to 45 minutes, and then you get back, I might eat something, and then too many distractions.
That's where I'm at the moment, but I'm quite overwhelmed, so I'm procrastinating. I've got a lot of, I got to do the Fringe timetable, I got to do my tour, I got to do marketing, I got to do fucking...
Well, I've got specific days as well that I dedicate. Right, I'm doing 2 hours for Squealing Pig, I'm doing this, and it's actually difficult. I forget how difficult it is to be disciplined. Yeah. When you've gone back to being a flexible lifestyle, you can fucking take the piss. Yeah. But then your results are relative to the efforts that you're putting in. Yeah. So by putting those structures in, it's really nice. It's actually like I can plan ahead now. I can go, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. I try to have a little bit of wiggle room, but
speaking of wiggle room, I taught my nephew something yesterday on Friday.
Where's that going?
No, I was like, I actually taught him like it was I was like, I feel this is how parents would feel maybe. Didn't make me want kids, so fucking girls relax. Yeah. But like I was reading him a storybook and it was the monkey and I was like, there's a monkey. And I go, hoo, 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 hoo. Yeah. And he looked at me and then we got to the end of the book and then I started the book again. And when I got to the monkey, he goes, boom, 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 and started hitting my chest. Yeah. I was like, he just fucking learnt what that was. Yeah. So that was kind of really cool. But it made me think, is there a market for adult books for kids? Because I started just taking the piss for Jamie and Erin reading the book because it's about whales. And I was like, the whale was female and it made her squirm. What they didn't know, the whale was sperm. It's like the man was feeling out of control. he wanted to touch the whale's blowhole. Like doing all different puns, and it was like, the whale liked her. He had a front rack, but what he wanted to do was just hump back. And they were like losing it at all the different
that's
double entendres.
so.
Not for like a kid learning to read.
Yeah.
So not for like proper
Okay,
age, like for 1 to 3 where they're looking at the stories.
Yeah.
Could you make the stories funny for the mum and dad? Is there a market there for that?
Well, yeah, I think so. I don't think you could have the sexual innuendo, but I think you could make them funny for the parents. But in that's what like kids movies do, don't they?
Always, yeah.
They make things like adult themed to a point.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean,
There's a space for it. There could be a space.
Yeah. But speaking about what we enjoy doing as well, when I was filming the stuff for the Bali skit, I really enjoy that, man. I enjoy making that because I know how it's going to look at Teach Comedy Night.
Yeah. I enjoy making stuff for us.
Yeah.
I got to
when it's for anyone else, you get bored.
It just got stale.
Yeah.
It just got, and you don't have much creative control.
Yeah.
So I think that's always.
But you don't want to do any more skits for the pod, eh? You're done.
No, I do.
You're done.
But to a point, like a separate like account for that as well. But like,
well, I mean,
in certain ways as well. Like, there's different ways. Like sometimes it
Luke
depends on what move.
taught us.
Yeah.
You got to separate it.
Yeah.
So his skits or his pod.
Yeah, they're different.
You got to separate it.
Because you can like I've been looking at some of the comedians over in the States, for example, that are very like politically or whatever. They're very anti-establishment in that way, and they're huge. And then they go out and do their comedy. It's nothing. It's just it's comedy, but they build their viewership through that. You look at Luke Kidgel; he builds his through his comedy stuff, but then his podcast has a completely different channel, and that's why it's not as big and not as popular. Like, it's just I think you got to
find the crossovers.
Yeah, and
But
that's
at least
why we always wanted like this community. We wanted like I don't trust anyone else to come in and use our studio.
Yeah,
but if it's you running a thing,
yeah,
it's different in my head. It's no, that's serving you, that's serving the podcast.
Yeah.
And that's also
I love the idea of a sports pod.
Yeah,
like, that's
exactly.
fucking sick. That would be enjoyable.
Yeah.
You know?
So there's a couple of little things, and then you can get other comedians involved, and it's under the umbrella.
Yeah.
So I don't know why I've always liked this idea of having an umbrella of stuff, but not it's just like vetting.
Yeah.
But even like structuring up like the days has been beneficial. Like the comedy room, Thursday night was epic. Like having that jam packed. It was a bit of a
difference.
Oh, it was a learning lesson as well though. Like I was very flustered.
Yeah, well, you're going to learn everything where you think you don't.
Oh, even like I had everything sorted perfect, and then Buddha had to bail like half an hour before. Good, valid reason, but had to bail. So I had to. It was lucky because I had said, "Nah, I'm going to just focus on getting the sound and the lights running really well and getting all that sorted." And then I was like, "Well, I'll have to MC." So I MC'd the night. It's fun, but it's just like.
But that's when you're running rooms, but you also do comedy. If someone leaves, you just do an extra 10.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of it.
But it was the MC.
Yeah.
So the MC, the person who's running the whole night, is gone. So I had to step up and do that. But so like that's going to be good. We've got so many people already wanting to use our room.
Yeah, cool. I was going to say, Max Shane's got a kids show, so we can get some stuff going on when it's quiet.
Yeah, we're
out the back in the beer garden.
Yeah, beer garden.
That'll be perfect.
So me and Wolfie are only going to put on 2 shows a week ourselves for like us, and the rest we're just going to run the room. Just make sure it's running well and jump up on our own. Like,
have you done the schedule yet? Because you want to.
No, we're doing it. We're doing it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got a lot of people who have taken spots already.
Yeah. We're not doing confessional this year, so I'm going to free myself up at 9:30, which hopefully I'll just jump on Comedians vs Rappers if Shin gets his shit together. I already messaged him.
Oh, cool.
I've been doing it 5 years. I've got 0 minutes of footage of all my fucking killer raps and punchlines.
Well, Comedy Lounge film everything now, so should be right.
Yeah, well, if it's there.
Yeah.
I want to film my 33 years single as a special and just release it on YouTube because I'm over it.
And then just move it on.
Just move on.
It's a good way to hold you accountable.
Yeah. So I want to ask Johnny if he'll let me film it there
At the lounge. Well, it's just the best, man. Yeah. Would you keep the Comedy Lounge logo up on the back?
Doesn't faze me.
Perfect.
Yeah, if he wants that, maybe if that was part of the
It's
deal.
good for his branding.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
release it as a special.
Yeah,
But
but
maybe
no one gives a fuck.
But
I mean,
maybe
it's more just like I'll chuck it on YouTube and then
get me to do the sound.
yeah, fucking oath. Yeah,
I'll help out with that. That's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, their video and stuff's great. It's fucking awesome. I hope that, and yeah, just don't let them edit. Just film it raw.
yeah,
Give it to me and we'll sort it.
yeah.
I
I
got gonged.
Yeah, well, fucking.
Did I tell you that?
What
First
do
ti-
what do you expect?
First time in 3 years.
Okay.
I just don't get gonged,
Yeah,
and it was a tough night.
yeah.
It was like
What did they? What was?
I went there because I only went there just like I messaged Sarah, can I jump up tonight? I've got to kill 2 hours.
Yeah.
Need to be in the city, so I'll just jump up. And I was like, fuck, perfect way to see all the comedians.
What was your new?
No, nothing new.
Just same material.
Same material.
Well, that's probably why you got gong, mate.
No, it was going really well. I told one joke. Got that. Fair few ladies in the crowd didn't like.
Yeah, right.
And just
You get your dick out.
no, I told that ketamine joke though, and they were like,
Really?
yeah, it's
What the fuck?
yeah. No.
Oh, they're losers.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Whatever.
Yeah. Anyway, but
How, do you think this is, speaking of new jokes, I wrote this, I don't know if it's funny or not, but said, is this too dark? I've learned that you can learn a girl's love language and it makes the love bond stronger.
yeah.
However, I also learned that there's something called a trauma bond, which is much stronger and harder to break and much deeper. I knew my girlfriend love language was gifts, so I bought her a puppy and she fell in love with me more.
Yeah.
Then I murdered it in front of her and now we're bonded for life. Just jokes. I didn't kill the puppy. I murdered her pussy. Trauma bond?
Oh, I don't know. That's yeah, it's there. It's there. I'm sure it's there.
Well, I've got a few things to chat about if you want. I found an interesting article, just as a bit of a game for you, actually.
Oh yeah.
It's on brand with the podcast.
Yeah.
In yesterday's newspaper, they had a thing about the most trusted and most distrusted brands. Top 10 most trusted brands and top 10 most distrusted brands.
Around the world.
Australia.
Oh.
Australia's most trusted and top 10 most distrusted. So I'll give the listeners, 10 or 15 seconds. Have a think for yourself.
Yep.
You can try guess the top 5. So it'll be 2 points if you get it in the top 5. If it's in the top 10 but not the top 5, you get 1 point. And if it's outside, 0 points.
Okay. So when you say distrusted, just like quality.
Well, just consumers don't trust you. You might put out a message and we don't believe it.
Oh.
Or your product doesn't work. We don't trust your product to work.
Can I guess what the number one?
Do you want to go trusted first or distrusted?
I'm going to go untrusted.
See what we're doing? This is called padding for time. If you're a teacher, this has allowed the listeners to think of their 5 examples. So we're going to go top 10 distrusted.
Yeah, I'm going to go. My most distrusted brand in Australia is the Australian government itself.
Unfortunately,
please tell me they're in it. That was
That
just
is not in it,
Yeah,
no.
no. I would say distrusted. Okay, smart. Commonwealth Bank.
is not in the top 10 distrusted brands.
Oh, okay. Like any bank potentially.
No,
What? People trust banks?
apparently.
You fucking idiots.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I'll give you 10 guesses because then that way you can have your.
Yeah. Woolworths.
Woolworths is coming in at number 5, most
good.
distrusted.
And
So you
I
got
guess
2 points.
to
That's
just chuck
three,
that.
3 guesses, yeah.
Cool to chuck that up with them, but potentially Coles.
And number 4.
Yeah.
Why is that? What makes you think that?
Just
of price gouging?
Price gouging, I'd say, would be the number one reason, and it probably has changed in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Probably no one thought anything of it before.
Yeah. Well, previous to this, Coles was at 9th, and previous to that, Woolies was at 195th.
Yeah. So
No,
Well-
sorry, Coles was at 5th, and Woolies was 195th.
Yeah,
distrusted.
Woolies seemed way better than Coles in my mind for whatever reason.
Wow.
Don't know why.
I saw on a clip yesterday on a Reddit post, someone said that Woolworths tried to do a Anzac Day commemoration, but they said, because you know how they're the fresh food people,
Yeah.
the marketing they did was fresh in our memories. I don't remember this at all.
No.
But yeah, they were like, they tried to do fresh in our memories. All right, so you've had 4 guesses. You got 2 out of 4. That's pretty good.
Coca-Cola?
No, because I was taking our water for free, but no.
Yeah.
So that's 5. 5 more guesses.
Meta.
Meta are in third position, down from number 1.
Google.
Google, that doesn't feature.
Oh, fucking.
3 more guesses.
Who else is the West Australian?
Is
Or-
News Corp the West Australian? This was
News
in the
Corp.
West Australian.
News Corp. Yeah, no, that's
This
not.
is in the West Australian, so they're not going to publish. They're not going to publish that. And go one more guess.
News in like Channel 10.
Nah. So top 10 most distrusted was Optus.
Yeah. Okay.
After
Vodafone.
After their data leak.
Yeah.
I've got a joke about that. So come and see my stand-up to hear my Optus joke.
Yep.
Second is Qantas,
Oh yeah.
up 1 place from third. Then Meta, Coles, Woolworths. Telstra is 6th, down 2 places. News Corp, 7th. X, 8th.
Oh.
TikTok, 9th. And
Oh, yeah.
Temu, 10th.
Oh, Temu.
I don't trust Temu either. You buy something that shows up, you're like, what the fuck?
So Temu is my recent thing.
Temu Farm.
I had a bit of a Temu moment for about a month there.
Yeah.
Had my burns and got some quality. I'll just stick to the quality things that I know are like pretty hard to fuck up. And that's about it. I'm never going there again.
Yeah, right. Fuck.
Yeah.
All right, what about top 10 most trusted? I'll give you 5 guesses for this one.
Okay. Most trusted sources. Oh, don't.
Or just business, most trusted businesses.
Business, sorry.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 are like retails, and then
Okay.
yeah,
Kmart.
is number 3.
Wow. Big W.
Is number 8.
Okay. IGA.
Nah,
Okay.
Not
Is that a WA thing?
I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh no, I think there's some over east as well, but
Okay. If this was printed in the West Australian,
Yeah.
please tell me it was the West Australian.
no.
That would
That's what the W stands for in Big W, the Big West Australian.
I don't know. Channel 10.
Nah.
I don't know.
Bunnings number 1.
Oh yeah, fucking that's good. I like that one. Yeah, good.
Good local brand. Audi number 2.
What?
Kmart 3, Toyota 4, Apple 5.
Oh.
Yeah. Australia Post 6. I don't trust Australia Post. Fuck.
I don't trust anyone.
7th is Myer, 8th is Big W, 9th is NRMA. It's some sort of medical one there. NRMA, nurses, something. And number 10, Samsung.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's kind of interesting to me. I found it interesting that people don't trust X after the whole free speech thing that is put forward,
Yeah.
you know. But
Mate, it's interesting.
then this one fucking did my nut, bro. School rewards divide parents. I want to bring this up at Teacher Comedy Night.
Okay.
Furor has erupted over the decision to hand out medals at a Perth primary school to celebrate individual success in NAPLAN tests. While one expert commended the move for incentivising children to try harder, some parents and educators fear it pits students against one another. Wait until they hear how the Olympics works. Right?
Oh my God.
Wait until they see how the faction carnival works. If somebody wins, somebody else has to lose.
Yeah.
If you are academically competing for a job, the person with a higher academic position goes to uni. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys, man? This equals shit. Oh, we're not going to reward people for doing well in tests. What does that say about... Yes, NAPLAN sucks. Like, it's not a great indicator, and it's a lot of extra pressure and a lot of stress. It's really disliked in the teaching community.
Yeah.
However, if a kid does well at a test and they outperform their peers, you should recognize the brilliance of their academic achievement.
Correct.
Yeah. If we are giving everyone participation awards, that's how we get Ray Gun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mate, as a father,
Yeah.
I was faced with this specific situation
Yeah.
only recently, where my daughter was upset that she didn't get a first, second, or third.
Well, run
ribbon.
faster, Scotty.
Yeah, well, I had to explain to her, if you would like to get something like that, you actually have to try to begin to start with.
Yeah.
But you have to be in the top 3.
Why did you not yell at her? You were the fastest kid at school. She's letting the family down.
So Scotty's...
Did you tell her that? Because she needs to know.
No, Scotty's more is like just participation.
Yeah.
So getting her to participate is the this struggle at the moment, but it's really improving. She did 4 things at the carnival, which was great.
Yeah.
From our perspective, it's a progress. But,
Yeah.
But yeah, I just had to. I had to say to her as a father.
Yeah.
Hey,
sometimes you win, sometimes you lose.
Yeah, I don't like seeing you upset, and I'm sorry you felt that way. But the people who tried harder and got a better result get the rewards.
Yeah,
and that's quite difficult for me. That was very difficult for me to say to my daughter, "I'm sorry."
Yeah.
But
it's going to build resilience, though.
100%.
You can't be like, "Oh, you tried, well done."
Yes.
Like, yes, well done, but also,
and to a point,
these kids. You know,
well, to a point, and so like there is an experiment that showed that kids who were the experiment showed that children who were
told they done well,
their efforts were rewarded.
Gets more than the kids that said well done for coming first.
Yes, for their actual achievement.
Yeah.
So if you applaud their efforts, they're going to continue to grow.
If you praise the hard work they put in to get the result,
yes,
it was more effective. You go, oh, well done, you came first.
Yes.
You go, hey, it was so great how you worked and you went to training and you put in all the effort and you were practicing your starts. That was awesome.
I do
loved how you tried that.
Yeah, and I do understand that means obviously it's almost the opposite of giving I guess medals and ribbons for first, second, and third place. But it also, it's a fine line between both. It's oh, hey, you tried really well. Congratulations. That's awesome. You don't get this as a result of that, but I'm very proud of you for trying. That's all it is. It's a very simple black and white conversation, you know?
Fuck, man. What do you make of the ban on teenagers' social media?
Oh, and that leads into the misinformation bill. It's the same for both of them. This isn't to protect them. It's like, what actions they're putting in place. It's not to protect us as a society. It's not there to protect our children. It's to protect them because that will be leveraged in a way.
Why have they allowed kids to be
because the only way they're going to be able to monitor your age is by the fact that you're going to have to then present
digital
identification to. That's what it's for. It's not so you can figure out if the kid is young. It's so when the people who are older have to present identification so you know who they are. That's what it's for.
Yeah,
it's pretty simple.
Yeah.
Stop playing this game that they think. And also, they're taking away our ability to parent.
Yeah.
Like, I should be able to make a decision whether or not my daughter goes on social media.
Yeah.
Not you. You're the state. You don't take that control out of my hands.
Yeah.
And they're taking
Well, that's
away,
worked well in the past.
and they're taking away our ability to discern information ourselves. We're dumbing down the population by saying, what I am saying is correct.
Yeah.
And you have to accept it.
Yeah.
How well did that work in COVID?
Yeah.
You know, like all that misinformation, and that ties into the misinformation bill, like all of that stuff that we would say, for example, the vaccine doesn't stop the spread, that was taken down as misinformation.
Yeah.
But it was true.
Yeah.
So they're taking down, in those sorts of situations, inconvenient truths.
Yeah.
And just because it's an inconvenient truth, it doesn't help you, conduct whatever fucking things you're trying to implement on society and lock us down or whatever. Just because it's inconvenient to that,
truth isn't truth anymore, is it? Like, even the truth is not the truth. It's Orwell, 2 + 2 is 5 or whatever it was. 1 + 1 is 3.
Yeah.
It's, the truth is what they say it is.
And having...
the they-sayers, not
yes,
the naysayers.
This is a conversation I had the other day, and it's controversial to say this, and this is why we need to talk about it. And I messaged you this morning. I want to be very vocal against this over the next few weeks.
Research it up.
100%. I don't want to just
not
touch
from
on
the
it.
tinfoil.com.
Yeah, but I'm very worried about how this could be turned against.
Taken advantage of.
Yes.
Because part of me thinks it's a great idea. I mean,
yeah.
When we were at school, if the kid was getting bullied or there was dramas, when you leave, that's where it stays. But with the advent of social media, the kid can't escape the relentless bullying. So, I mean...
So, under the guise of a good idea.
Yeah.
It is under the guise of a good idea.
Yeah.
They're trying to protect kids, quote unquote. But that's not how it will be used.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah, of course.
And...
Well, every horrible idea has been presented as a positive to begin with. You know?
Yeah. There's some... Yeah, we'll talk about it more.
Yeah,
in the future
when we get more of a theme focused pod.
Yeah, because that is that's scary.
I saw today as well the benefits of garlic firm up. Eating more garlic is a new way to improve impotence. 20 men with erectile dysfunction had a 50% improvement in symptoms after they chewed or drank juice from 2 cloves of garlic a day for a month. It was 5 times better than seen in men given a Viagra-like drug but no garlic, because garlic helps widen blood vessels and increase blood flow. The Italians are onto something, baby.
Mate, like, garlic's their superfood. Garlic is...
It's so good on kebab. You have a kebab and you get an erection straight away. Give me extra garlic,
Garlic
please.
is just fucking, like... why is it... I mean, we fall into the trap sometimes as well. Like, I'll eat a takeaway or something convenient. Life is convenient. But, like, good food, real food, real food. If we all just ate real food...
It would be sweet.
I think the world would be pretty good. But to say that, people get offended by saying that.
What?
That, like, just eat real food, stop making bad poor food choices, and you'll be a lot healthier.
Why? Why they get offended? Because they got participation ribbons at school. That's why. Fucking losers.
That's a fucking good point. Yeah.
Fucking people are so weak, man. I'm sick of us bending to the fucking lowest common denominator of society. Why do we have to pander to the dumbest cunts in society? Why do we have to Why do we have to bend the knee to the lowest socioeconomic or the lowest IQ individual or the lowest everything? Why can we not just fucking have a normal standard and expect the lower people to raise to that standard, and people that are doing well be able to understand that we can all be on the same level? We don't have to fucking drop what's considered a average intelligence to the bottom fucking level of human society's dregs.
That's why.
Let the government tell us what to think and do. Like, fuck me, cunt. Like,
well, that's why I will never. And
wish I had-
I'm kind. I'm kind when it comes to the transgender movement in certain ways. I'm very fine to not. What's the word? I don't want to instigate. I don't want to
flare
provoke.
up.
Yeah, but I will not call someone a they.
Yeah.
I will not call an individual a plural.
yeah.
That's you've
Defies logic.
not only are you defying biology, you're defying grammar.
When
I'm
I've been
not doing it anymore.
Booking my tour, if their email says they, them, I'm just like, fuck me, bro. Like, all that is somebody going, I want to feel more important than I am. I need to find a way to feel important. Maybe I could be wrong. But I immediately just like go, fuck, I don't even want to deal. I don't want to deal with that, man. But I'm in the arts, so I have to.
I'm almost ready, to do a full episode just on transgender.
Oh, no. We've done too much in the past.
No, like a full
do you
breakdown.
Think it is,
like
do you think it's even a problem, though? Or is it? Does it feel like people make it feel like it's a problem?
Yeah.
I found that a lot of the transgender stuff is just kids with autism that have no idea.
Oh yeah, and to
about
suggest
what's
that
going on.
to suggest people with who are transgender have mental problems,
That's a logical argument, though.
Yeah. Yeah, you
to mentally think that you don't have a dick.
Yeah.
There maybe your hormones, but if you were trans, your hormones would almost influence you to look female.
Yeah.
Or male.
It's not
Right?
okay to think you're a rabbit.
Yeah. But I fuck like one.
But you know what I mean? Like that police officer is the perfect example. The police officer that identifies as a rabbit is a furry.
I've seen that. That's called Hop. The movie. No, the Zootopia.
Yeah. So there's a police officer that identifies.
Imagine getting arrested by a rabbit, bro.
What is?
Don't run! I'm a rabbit. Well, fuck you. I'm a tortoise, cunt. I'm gonna fucking win this.
How concerned are you that someone who's meant to be one of our most logical,
Esteemed.
Yeah, they're meant to make
uphold society's values.
Well, someone like that is meant to make a decision under pressure that is based on logic and make sure they don't do something stupid like shoot someone. How can we trust someone to make a good decision if they actually think that they're a rabbit?
Bro, it'd be so annoying if there was a crime in the outback. They wouldn't be able to get over the fence.
What's Squirrely's joke?
Rabbit-proof fence.
Got a new joke. Actually, I won't say it.
What is? I haven't even heard about this rabbit cop. Do they dress like a rabbit on duty?
No, they just. I can't remember. Squirrely knows more about it. But he's got a good joke on it.
What's their pronouns? Hair.
Hair.
They there.
They hair.
They there.
He hair.
What the
Hey
hell?
hair. Hey hair.
Hey, hair.
Hey hair. But yeah, this is where like I'm convinced we're at the end
Yeah. Of the movement.
of this is
Yeah.
this is where everything comes down. Like this is the end of civilization as we
Yeah,
know
right.
it. This is the end,
Yeah.
and I don't mean in a bad way. I mean it gets to the worst point possible,
And now we
and then
back
we
the other
go,
way.
"What the fuck?"
What's going on?
Systems crumble down, and we start again.
Yeah.
I am convinced, and that sounds scary. I don't think it's scary. There will be moments of turmoil, but I think it's going to get so bad over the next year or two that things just go, "What the fuck?" It's not going to function anymore.
Yeah.
I truly believe that, and not in a bad way. I think it in a positive.
Yeah,
I
right.
see it as the
As
yeah.
long as
Hey, it's not going to be great
if
when
Trump
you can't.
gets elected.
Well, even if he doesn't, I don't see.
Kamala Harris is fucking special needs, man.
Oh yeah, 100%, man.
What could have been and what is being has been there and has not been there.
Unburdened by what has been.
What the fuck?
Okay.
Okay. How
we've been.
How is that possibly? She's the look, okay. The life works in perfect balance. She's the perfect opposite of Trump. Like the exact like they should go together. The yin and yang.
She's dangerous. I'm
Right.
not saying that he's not. Like, I'm sure there's negatives to him.
Yeah.
The fact that Kennedy and Tulsi Gabbard are on his side now steals my hope that it's going to be a good change.
We'll do another ep where we do our emotions, which people like, because I don't mind talking
Yes.
about that. But we'll have to listen to our goal pod.
Yes.
and we'll write notes.
I
'Cause
looked.
we can't list. Or would it be an interesting episode to listen to the pod, pause,
maybe.
discuss,
Maybe.
pause, discuss?
Because it was only
like
Patreon.
almost like a watch party.
It was only a Patreon,
okay.
so potentially.
Yeah. Speaking of disasters and the end of the world, I found this interesting as a topic. What was a major PR disaster?
What was a major PR disaster?
Yeah. So like some companies that tried something and it fell back on it in their face.
There's a few of them.
What can you remember?
Bud Light.
Oh yeah, yeah, no shit.
What the fuck? And they've done well.
Yeah.
They got Shane Gillis on board. That's the fucking smartest thing they could have done.
Yeah, that's the complete opposite of the fucking Dylan Mullaney or whatever. What was the chick's name? Or the
Yeah.
guy's name?
Whoever the fuck it was.
Yeah. Mulvaney? Was it Mulvaney?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The time when in Mexico they got milk, got milk. It was an
Yeah.
America campaign. Expanded to Mexico, but the translation they ended up putting on billboards that said, "Are you lactating?"
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's good.
Going way back in internet years to the early 80s, Osborne Computer Company announced that their forthcoming new model would be much better than their existing one. So people stopped buying the existing one and they went out of business before the new one was ready. Oh, that's so good, hey.
Oh fuck! What is your? What's another bad PR? PR.
Oh, everything vaccine related.
Oh,
It's terrible.
yeah, that's the worst PR
Yeah.
I've seen. There's
Yeah.
been some. There's been.
Oh, this is my favorite.
Oh yeah.
Susan Boyle had an album release party. The PR company came up with a hashtag, Susan Album Party. Now, spell Susan Album Party.
SUSAN. Albin, did you say?
It was Susan Album Party.
Oh, ALBUMPRARTY.
Okay. Now, if we break down Susan Album Party
Yeah.
into, if you read it, when you see it appear on screen,
Yeah.
hashtag sus anal bum party.
That's what it.
Look, that's how it's spelled. Sus anal bum party. There's a rabbit dressed as a cop there. I remember that. I honestly remember that.
That's
Like,
great.
sus anal bum party. Oh, you'll like this one. Starbucks briefly had their employees try to talk to customers about current race issues in America. Starbucks had a campaign called Race Together where baristas were encouraged to ask customers how they felt about race in America.
Just stop.
Oh, man.
Just stop. Oh, too much sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, don't you think by making an issue out of something, you make an issue out of something?
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is exactly what you were getting at before, I think, about the transgender thing.
Yeah.
Do you think? I think it is. I think it's just people making an
it's
issue.
a social media issue. I don't think it's a reality issue.
No.
And I think it's a PC issue where people are so afraid these days to hurt anyone's feelings, they let everything happen, which is disgusting, except for logical shit.
Yeah.
I hate that if someone says a logical argument that seems non-PC, people go, logic, fucking losers.
Yeah.
I'll go one more because we've done a little bit.
Yeah.
This was interesting to me. What's a historical fact that would shock most people to find out?
Ooh, what have we got?
So the ancient Greeks, the inventors of democracy, would elect their officials to 1 year terms. Each official's finances were audited at the beginning and end of their term. If anything was amiss, they would be tried and executed. How good would that be in today's society, Ray? Because Biden would go in with the money he had and he would leave with the money he had.
Oh, wow.
Maybe they were trying to do that with Trump. They saw his financial records and tried to execute him.
I think they've tried to do a few things with Trump, poor buddy. But yeah, that would be very interesting. It's very interesting that politicians seem to come out richer.
It's crazy, isn't it? I mean, I can't say I wouldn't be the same.
Would you, given the opportunity, would you leverage that power?
To do what?
So if you were president of the United States, you know, one of the most powerful people on the planet, have that power to leverage, would you?
To make more money for myself? Of course.
You would?
Yeah, you're human. But I would try and do it as ethically and morally as possible.
Okay. That's interesting.
Everyone's fallible, man.
And I'm not doubting that I wouldn't use that leverage in some way myself.
Well, it depends on,
I think
depends
for
on
me,
the scenario.
like for me, I'd probably go, right, I'll use it after. I'll go, I'll go, I'm going to write a book and everyone's going to read it.
But if it was a stock tip or something where you get given an inside thing.
Yeah, would you help your mates and just go, heads up.
Hook me up after.
Heads up, bruh.
It just depends what they expect back from you. That's where I wouldn't want to be owing anyone. That's why Trump's good, because he doesn't owe anyone anything.
I think he's got a few donors these days.
Yeah, but I mean, in terms of I would hate Pfizer give me 10 mil.
Yeah.
And then I have to allow all their drugs through. Consciously right now, I probably wouldn't do it after everything I've seen. But this one's an interesting history fact. Picasso, Bruce Lee, and J.R.R. Tolkien all died the same year.
Really?
Picasso, Bruce Lee, and J.R.R. Tolkien.
Picasso?
Yeah.
That weirds me out.
Yeah, it's strange, hey? Picasso would have big dinner parties in restaurants and draw on the check so it wouldn't be cashed. I know someone that has one of these checks. It's just a doodle, but it's worth more than cashing it.
Oh, my Lord.
The Second Congo War, also known as Africa's World War, was the deadliest conflict since World War II, with over 5 million people killed. Most people have never even heard of it, even though it ended in 2003.
That's incredible.
It's nuts, eh?
Wow.
I'd never heard. I mean, I knew there was a war in Congo, but I didn't know it was the second most ever fatalities.
Yeah, but it's not convenient and no one profits from it, Daniel.
Yeah. I'll save the rest of these because we've gone a little bit long. So
that's all good. Yeah, no, it's good. Keep them. They're good. And
yeah, I've got heaps
interesting
of
little facts.
Clips.
I just come across something today and I was like, I might finish with this quote. And I think it's a fucking good one because you'll like this one, Delby.
Do not judge a woman by the size of her breasts.
No, it's a real simple one. It was just
keeping abreast of the sizes.
It was just a really good one, and it was a good reminder. It was, you will remain the same until the pain of remaining the same becomes more than the pain of change.
Oh, yeah. That's good.
That's Tony Robbins. And I find that sometimes, and I've been finding that of late, pushing against the things that are coming into my world.
Yeah, are you pushing against the sus anal bum party? Pushing back?
When you're not, go with the flow. When you're resisting, it's going to be worse. So,
but resistance and change and difficult circumstances leads to a better and more wholesome life and a more quality and a better lived life.
Mm-hmm.
So
I agree.
Hashtag
But that's-
Delby.
That's I mean, I wasn't even going to bring it up, and I just thought, fuck it, I might say that one on the pod. So
Nice.
that's a nice little one. Yeah, sick. Anything you want to plug, Delby, before we go?
Yep. So Varsity Bar Whitford's this Saturday. It's weirdly like tickets across the board have been down, so maybe cost of living is.
What time?
It's going to be 6 o'clock now.
It's a teacher one, hey?
It was a 3:15 game. You're right. They fucking put it to a twilight game.
Yeah.
So
It's been
teacher
12.
coming up.
Only reason I remembered that when I was checking with you
Yeah.
was I just remember having to watch it because I was always at the waffle games.
Yeah.
And I'd have to watch it while trying
Weird
to.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've done 110 tickets. It holds 150. So there's 40 tickets left. And what I'm doing as well, because I know
The
show,
little back room.
Yeah.
Yeah, sick.
Is it?
Oh, it's so good, man. It's
kill
hot.
Yeah.
Get the air cons on.
Yeah, okay. Because
It was very warm there the other night. On a cold night.
I don't like that. That means it's going to be steaming.
Yeah, it was hot. So just make sure the air cons are
Well,
on.
what I did, I upped the price to $40 because I feel like my teacher comedy night show is fucking such a good show that it's worth it.
Perfect.
But then I thought, well, $40, the venue's not exactly like a theatre or anything. And then I offered some people like buy 2, get 1 free, and I feel a little bit guilty that the people that bought earlier
Yeah.
don't get a discount. So I've hit up Megatix and I've asked them to refund the difference to all of the people that have already bought as a cost of living and just to look after my customers.
That's kind of kind.
Yeah. Because, I mean, for me, it's $200 that I have to give back. But for them, like, it's a good show of faith, I think. And that value, depending where the room is, like Frankston Theatre's an 800-seater. I've sold 240 tickets at the moment. And that's at $50 a ticket. But because it's a theatre, I think people logically...
When's that?
October the 1st.
Oh, yeah.
Victoria people. But I'm going to do a new game at Teach Comedy Night. I think, like, I love this idea. I'm either going to get Mac Shane or you or maybe even myself. I'm going to call it unorganised group presentation. So it'll be Mac Shane, an audience member, and me, an audience member. I'll have pre-made slides like on Impractical Jokers. I'll have a graph, you know, and I'll have like, but I'll have a script, but for the person that's in the audience to finish.
Yeah, okay.
So I'll ask the audience, hey, what's the group presentation going to be on?
Yeah.
And it could be anything.
Yeah.
Could be Trump's dick.
Yeah.
So where there's a graph, I'll be like, well, we can see here that as something increases,
Yes.
I'll go, what increases? And the person will have to fill it in, and we riff on that.
Okay.
Then there's going to be a decrease in, and like set them up.
Yes.
I think that'd be really fun. And I'll also do one where it's just me. I'll just click through and I'll just riff on whatever
like
slides
that.
have been made.
It's good.
Yeah, I think it'd be fun. And then I want to do a show and tell where I just got a box of random shit
On.
and I'll have the audience member have to come up, take it out, and do a show,
Oh,
a show and tell.
That's good because that's great.
Yeah, because I'll be like, where did you get it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that could be fun.
Yeah.
So I'll put in like a baggie. I'll get a dildo from here.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Mate, actually, that's the funnest thing now I've started to find with the quizzes is getting people up on stage.
Yeah, yeah.
And so like that
Doing the song.
karaoke one.
Yeah.
I
shit, but
realize
it's
now.
fun.
The shit. But I realize now why we get paid to do what we do.
Yeah, because it's not for everyone.
No one likes being on mic.
Yeah.
Even when they volunteer to do it,
Yeah.
they're like, oh, and they're like, oh, they're real
so
shy.
weird, isn't it?
I didn't realize
That's when I stop feeling bad about what I charge for MC jobs corporately.
Oh, the other day I was like, I did the Breckler medal and I did a really good job. And I felt I was quite professional. A couple of little quips here and there, but I was very professional. And then I started to feel like, oh, I wonder if this is like, they could have got anyone to do this at the footy club. And then I was like, no, you can't. Like, people shit themselves.
Yeah.
And I've gotten quite fine talking in front of people. It's just comedy.
Yeah.
If I can
utilize the skills.
Yeah, right. Refine that a little bit.
Yeah.
But that's the only thing that makes me nervous in front of crowds now.
Yeah.
I don't get like I could be 20,000 crowd now and wouldn't get nervous. It's not the crowd size doesn't give I couldn't give a fuck.
Yeah, that's right.
I'd get more nervous in front of 5.
Yeah. Yeah. Or like Nat 5. Yeah, that's why.
But that's
yeah.
I like that. What have I got to plug? Anything?
When's the next Squealing Pig?
I I'm calling Wolfie tomorrow, and we're organising. Things are going well with Squealing Pig.
Yeah.
Happy with that.
So Cara ended up getting you guys to do the date thing there?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
It's great.
Because I quoted her, I was like, look, for me, it's too much for me to take on, but I quoted her and I said I could find some different rooms, and the fact that she's gone with that works perfectly.
It was just great.
Guaranteed crowd.
Yeah, it was just a good night. I don't know 100% that it would be it's the perfect date night one, because people are there to meet and chat.
Yeah. Doing comedy at date night's not a good move.
Like
Sunday Singles is so fun as a show, but to meet people, it's not a great move.
Yeah, so we extended
You
the
need to
opening.
make games. It has to be a small feature.
So we pushed it at the start. It was meant to start at 7, so we pushed it to 7:30. So they had an hour and a half to chat and mingle.
Yeah.
We had the 45-minute. Then I gave them a good half an hour in the middle as well.
Dude,
to
I would
chat,
literally just do a 20-minute show.
and then bang done.
Yeah.
It was fucking.
Play games where they get to meet each other.
Yeah.
Have stand-up as a little break feature that they can do.
Yeah.
Or even have a stand-up that's an interactive
they've got the
stand-up.
games and stuff though
Yeah.
generally. So it was a bit of a point of a difference. So
Because if you're sitting watching a comedian, you're not talking to anyone. And if
Well,
you
what
haven't
I-
met people, then
mate, because I end up emceeing, went off stage. Andrew Hamilton, fucking absolute
So gun,
gun, fucking on stage, and this quite an older lady, to be fair, at the bar, like yelling, talking,
yeah.
and I was like, shh, shh, shh. And she was like, you can't tell a lady to shush. And I was like, I can. Like, shush. He's on stage. People have paid money to come here and watch.
Yeah.
Shush. She's like, you can't tell a woman to shush. And I said, well, I can tell you to fuck off. And she left. Mate, you don't fucking you don't dictate what I can and can't say to you. You're here for a show that people have paid for. Fuck off.
What
and the
is-
fact that you're a woman,
What is a woman?
I don't give a fuck.
What is a woman?
Yeah, shush.
Wow.
Shut the fuck up.
That's what's wrong with society now.
Hmm.
You can't tell. I'm a woman. You can't tell me to shut up.
Yes, I can.
What, cunt? Fuck up. You're allowed to tell me to shut up. I don't give a fuck if I've got a dick or I'm a fucking rabbit.
Yeah.
If I'm annoying you,
If I was talking in the back of a room where people have paid to listen,
Shut your mouth, shut your mouth.
and someone came
Shut
and
your
told me
mouth,
to be
shut your
quiet because I got too excited, I'd go, oh, fuck yeah, sorry.
yeah,
Be respectful of the other people around me.
Yeah.
Not, you can't tell a man to shut up.
yeah.
Fuck up, cunt.
Loser.
Anyway,
Fucking losers, bro.
but yeah, that's great. I'm fucking excited. Fringe is going to be good. We've already got so many people going to use the room.
Cool.
So it's going to be good. Nothing. I got a lot of, mate, my next month and a half is, I got a lot of MC work and a lot of work on, so I'm pumped. And then Bali.
You're at quiz this Saturday.
Yeah.
At the Irish bar, Irish Dancing Club.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
So you've been my number one employee, man, which is sick. I make money, you make money.
Mate,
you
it's
have a
been-
good time.
Yeah,
It's a win-win-win.
That one on the other night was fun.
Sick.
It dragged a little bit longer than it was supposed to, but it was just fun.
Yeah,
It was good.
yeah.
But yeah, sick.
Cool.
Hard Yarn is just
Join the Patreon.
join
There's episodes ad-free.
get onto our Rumble, get onto our Telegram, because you
How
just
do they
never know.
How do they find Rumble and Telegram?
I'll put it in our bio.
Okay.
Rumble easy.
And share
I think you
as
just-
much as we can.
And you
Please.
just search the Hard Yarns.
Yeah.
I've got Hard Yarns Telegram as the Hard Yarn. It's called the Hard Yarns Telegram.
Yeah.
And Rumble just the Hard Yarns podcast.
We should take podcast off it, just the hard yarns, I think.
Yes. And hence why I was saying we should go umbrellas.
Yeah.
So that's the podcast. This is
Yeah.
comedy clips. This is
Yeah. Would you make it hard yarns? Like for comedy?
maybe whatever
Or
you
hard
want.
yarns,
I'll leave your creativity to you.
Yeah, right. I was going to ask, share. Oh, yeah. And if you are a listener over East, Teacher Comedy Night is coming to Brisbane on Tuesday at Sit Down. Sunshine Coast Wednesday, 25th. 26th is at Kapalaba, Koala Tavern. So it's a new section of Brisbane. I've never done shows at yet. We've got 100 at the moment, so we can get hopefully 150 to 200 in there. Friday, I'm at the Comics Lounge. We got 100 sold the night before the AFL Grand Final, so there's no sport on to mix it up with. And then Tuesday at the first on Frankston Theatre. Wednesday, Geelong Theatre. It's a 250-seater. We got 100 sold so far. Then I'm back in Perth. Rockingham Teach Comedy Night, October the 3rd. I land at midday and we got October the 3rd at Encore. The venue looks sick.
Sick.
It looks wicked, man. Like it's fucking glam for Rockingham.
Mate,
They stole all the furniture, but it's sick.
if it wasn't for the... I'm not going to say the people, but like Rockingham is beautiful.
Yeah, the beaches are great, bro.
Fucking incredible.
Yeah, it's going to be fun because anywhere there's a dodgier area, the shows are always better because people don't bring things to dodgier areas. And especially teacher comedy night, you get the best stories from the harder schools.
Yeah.
And then I'll update. I'm coming to Sydney as well, October 10th, doing Albury, which is kind of like Margaret River for us. I got to get a 4-hour flight there. Sorry, an hour flight, or it's a 6-hour drive. So just hour flight. Albury on the 10th. Penrith Theatre on the 11th, and then Newcastle Comedy Club. I'm fuming. I couldn't find a venue for the Saturday night, so I got a 3 o'clock show, but the Newcastle Comedy Club is sick. It's only 100 seats, and there's 40 tickets left, so killing it.
Sick. Volgens zeg. Sick.
Cool.
Have a good one.
Peace.
All right.